or every
Yeah.
night.
He instead of cashing it all in for money, he just gets cheese.
This is where the official
Yeah.
recording will start. There's something that happened at the beginning where the recording wasn't truly going. The stream was going though, so that's fine and all. But now we got the recording, so you guys can keep going.
All right. I guess. Let me take off my armor.
Well, I will ask as well as, because this is gonna make it a lot easier also when you get into stuff. That's why I was saying, did you guys want to do like a party journal for like, the missions that you guys want to tell each other that there's a potential of doing, or are you guys
think,
just gonna like
Live
leave
did
it to
that.
be when we get to it?
I think I put another page in the party journal.
Yep, I have a page of side quests.
Yeah. Oh, there's also another side quest with I think her name's Heather.
What was Heather's thing?
Her sister's missing, and she's trying to find
yeah.
it. I think that was Heather. Let me see.
One of
really,
the people
I wouldn't
had
put
a
it down
missing
as like
sister.
a true side quest. It was more of like a something you did find out about her, but she didn't specifically like reach out for help.
I mean, just because she's not reaching out for help doesn't mean we can't investigate.
I mean, I'm just saying more power to you, I guess. Either way,
So is a Shaka coming with too?
Yep.
All right. What about the
Are
new
you
guy? What
coming
about
with,
Cubby?
KB? Oh yeah, Glacier. This is Klebby. Klebby, this is Glacier. Also say hi to Big Rat.
Hello, are you with us now?
Yes.
They picked me up after I blew up a workshop.
Does that make you a student, or are you one of the people from town?
Is Quibi.
I'm a student here.
He's a student that
So
got
you're
kicked
not-
out of all of his courses other than this one, so now he's with us.
Oh,
I kept blowing places up on accident.
please don't blow up our room.
Well, the others said it would be fine if I do, but I'll try not to.
I mean, I kind of like my stuff. I'd much rather not explode.
I will try not to.
For some reason, that's not very reassuring. But thank you.
I mean,
Well,
I
I'm
don't
not
think
gonna
you
reach
can
anyway.
control whether or not he explodes. It'll just happen.
Well, you know, if he explodes, it'll only
As
get
long as I
me.
cast a spell.
Yeah, it won't get your stuff on the other side of the room as long as he explodes on his own bed.
Yeah, if he explodes on his bed, he only gets live in.
Room.
I'm sorry, what are you asking?
As a who? Sorry.
Can you say that again? You cut out.
As a fair warning, if no one's told you, we do kind of have a high turnover rate in our team.
That's fine. I'm used to getting kicked out on anything, so otherwise fine.
It's not getting kicked out; it's them dying.
That's also
Yeah.
fine.
Well, two people have died. One person left of their own accord.
One got paralyzed.
One got paralyzed. Yeah.
Also, I think 3 died.
Who was the? I remember 2 dying. No.
Lizard guy.
Oh yeah. We never did find
Yeah.
out what happened to him. So I guess he probably died.
I mean, he got impaled by a plant. I don't think you tend to get up from that. Usually.
We don't know what those plants are up to. They did some magic weird stuff. Made people forget things. On to the school.
I was gonna say I was leaving it up to you guys because I wanted to also know
After
one more thing here. What are you trying to do? Are you trying to sneak up, just like sneak like behind them the entire time? Or are you trying to like go out and say, hey, maybe we should team up for whatever reason or sort? Like, what are you doing?
Oh yeah, we could just talk to them.
That's why I wanted to know,
Forgot
like,
that
what
was-
are you guys like wanting to do? Like, how are you wanting to do this?
I forgot that was an option.
I think talking to them would be the best idea.
You still have the whole day.
I think talking would be the best idea. So we're not trying to dodge the ghosts and 2 other extra people.
That's true. I'm very seeable.
Are any of us close with either of them?
Well,
Well, Ashaka's friends with Slithers.
More like trading partners than anything.
Which is
Well,
fantastic.
I don't ask personal questions. I don't care.
Which is fantastic for you in specific because you've been specifically asked for a decent training session today with Slithers.
Now see,
he
well,
wants to join Fight Club. Let's go.
Ashaka and Slithers usually, it's more so because of Slithers, I'd say, fight more in a private, like when they spar, it's more of a private section. Maybe Ashaka, you like it that way too or not, but either way, it's not something that really like you may have even paid attention to. Whatever that may mean.
I have a sparring session today with him anyways. I suppose you all can join in and watch my physical prowess if you want.
I mean, we've done so multiple times.
Isn't it glorious?
Yes, it's very, very fun when you see this holds up a spider.
It makes you happy.
well, I think we should convince Slithers that we are here to help.
So who's actually gonna go talk to Slithers?
And don't you all want to come?
You all just gonna show up to this man's training session?
Look. If you guys are going to Slithers, right, to go convince him, right, I can meet up with you guys later. I need to deal with somebody else's problem.
I could be
I'm
here.
cool to go. I'm cool to not go. I'm not really helpful when it comes to talking, even though that's my whole thing. I feel like I would just make the situation worse. Given my track record. So I might just vibe.
Well, when's your session start?
In a couple minutes. Come on.
I am pushing it kind of close there.
It would be like
I show up when I want to.
He's probably not wrong, to be honest. He probably waits there for like an hour. But okay, so kind of are you guys splitting up or you all just going? I couldn't hear, my headphones were messing up.
Me and Ashaka are definitely going to Slithers. I don't know about the rest of the group.
Glacier was volunteering to stay at the room, and Liv was saying he had to deal with someone else's things.
And Corona thinks that based off of her previous track record, she's not going to be of much help when talking to someone.
Yeah, Corona, if you want. I was thinking we bought these books a while ago. We've never actually read
Oh,
them.
shit. You're right. Too bad one of them is burned. Looks over towards the bed.
I was thinking about this book of secrets and the how to cast while moving. I don't really cast spells, but
I kind of do.
right, you want to read through that? I'll look through the book of secrets. Maybe
Sure.
kill some time at least while we wait for the others.
Let's do that.
So I'm gonna
My
ask,
horse is here too.
so then, because this is also a lot of different groups going on, I'm gonna ask you guys who wants to do their thing first. Granted, I'm assuming you all want to meet up like later tonight before whatever, but that would also be assuming that you guys would have talked or maybe not have talked with that of Slithers either way. Like I'm saying, like, are you guys just gonna meet back up here later either way?
Probably. Hopefully with Slithers and Yorin.
Okay.
Before I leave, Slither looks like he likes fashion. Certainly, I'm not just coping, but I'm going to put on the shadow leather to look cool. Because Amp thinks that's what makes people look cool.
I'm trying to see if this works in the inventory or not.
It's in the party inventory.
Well, either way, if I remember correctly, it's just gonna kind of like emit a small bit of darkness around like your face, mostly, and kind of make you almost seem stealthier, but doesn't actually like change your stats anything like that. It's just kind of like looks stealthier.
Cool. I look real cool. So we'll head out. Would Slithers be in the dorm here? They'd be somewhere else. They have
This
a room
actually
here,
works again. Oh, I didn't even think about putting people in here because I didn't know you guys were going to be able to leave there because it wasn't working last time. There would probably be students around here. Give me a second. On Sunday. But in either case, if you were to exit that of the dorm room and look around, you would probably only see to be that of probably a couple of students.
No Slithers or Yorin anywhere?
No, those two definitely not. You'll see that of Gilly, Evan Brightsteel, Olgar and Rukia. As well as Gister, Julius, and Bond. Some of them are in groups somewhat talking to each other. Gilly kind of by herself, kind of just doing a bit of what looks to be like some doodling. Other ones having small bits of conversation. They're trying to not be overheard about type of way. Outside of that, you do not see anybody else in specific around here at the moment.
I guess, Shaka will go look for Slithers.
Alright. Gonna do this. Feel free to click and drag out your token on the map if you haven't already. And feel free to put it to where you think you would go, and if you don't know where you would go, just put it next to the base. For right now.
Where does Shaka usually fight?
I mean, I would assume. Oh, okay.
The reason why I said a lot more secluded, it wouldn't be. Well, actually, you could say if you want to say it's in the Fight Club, you can, but again, it would have to be when there's like nobody else around.
Yeah.
Well, last time we checked, no one ever came to the Fight Club.
You guys got last time you guys got a couple of followers. You got
Yeah, we had 3 people.
Like,
Wasn't that 3?
There's like 2-3 people looking.
Was it 2-3?
Alright.
No, like
How about just like a random spot in the forest, like out here, like a clearing.
The pumpkin.
Oh, the pumpkin. Okay.
The pumpkin has been left.
All right.
There's the tunnel in the pumpkin too that we can still explore.
We fight in this delicious gourd.
Mm-hmm.
I forgot about the pumpkin tunnel.
Maybe that's where the secret that's where the secret entrance from the bookshelf leads to.
Imagine.
So Ashaka like walks in and she's like, Slithers! Before I can bash your skull in, this weird metal man wants to ask you some questions.
You hear no response, but at the same time, Ashaka, you feel as if your danger sense does go off, as Slithers does seem to appear out of basically an almost stealth as they proceed to attack you. With that of, well, we're not gonna say just yet, but they do attack you. We're just gonna see how this goes.
Like we're I roll initiative kind of, or
no.
Oh boy.
Ah. All right. Your danger sense, you could feel that of the like feeling of like something was about to happen, but as you brace yourself, you feel as if you just got hit really hard in the side with that of what feels like a almost wooden longsword of sorts. As you will see now Slithers looking at you saying, come on now, you're supposed to be a bit tougher than that. Better reflexes, work on it.
She just like reaches, she grabs the longsword. Not the time.
With that, I will say the 16 damage, I would say is temporary damage, aka because this is training. You like after the training, you'll be fine in like an hour.
All right.
With that said, though, you have that of Zaus that there's attention a little bit more, where he sees you kind of like almost like rage, but like not in rage. You're just kind of like almost like mad for a second. Kind of steps back and goes, "All right, all right. What can I help you with?"
Like I said, he needs to ask you some questions.
Well,
What were you doing 2 weeks ago during the weekend?
mm, depends. Usually I do just training.
You train your stealth a lot. You like to be sneaky.
Well, generally I'd think so, considering this one can't even dodge a simple attack.
I don't need to when they're weak.
The bruise says otherwise.
Kind of shuts her up a little bit.
Let me get to the point. We saw you at night. You were sneaking around in the school, and I just wanted to know what you were doing in there.
He's gonna make an insight check. And why would you particularly want to know further into such discussion?
Well, me and my friends were a little curious about things going on in the school. Also,
Personally, I don't really care that much. I'm just here for the usual training, but you know, they wanted to know.
let me get to the point.
Did you say they?
Yeah, the pod, the rats, you know.
Are you
Basically,
saying everyone knows that you are going around? He kind of looks like with a kind of cold sweat.
yeah, every one of our group knows. Yep.
Just your group?
Yeah, we don't really talk to many other people, you know. And when we do, it's business. It's strictly business.
Well, then I can make you a kind of a deal then. How about this? You don't tell anyone else about what we did, and I will come up front about what we have done. To you two right here. How about that?
Deal.
Well, that was quite fast.
Oh, and unless he has something to say about it.
No, that's fine with me.
Uh, he goes a little bit up to you guys, a little bit past you for a second to kind of look outside, make sure there's not too many not like many people around, or like if there is anybody around per se. Kind of goes back into the pumpkin, a little bit deeper down, and starts going a little bit back and forth, almost like pacing, just a small little bit, as they're like, well, you see, the thing is, I was asked very abruptly, per se. I put that out there. I didn't know anything beforehand until we got there. But very abruptly to, per se, do a little investigation into that of the school. And when I was asked by it, that of, well, since you seem to know that it was me, that it was been going around, you'll know that you'll probably know that Yorin is the other person that was with me. Even though it was more of I was with him. And with that, being said, though, he kind of pushed it on to me per se, as there was a secret side rather not be let out, and per se you could say it's blackmail, but I think we do it to each other quite a few times over this last month, so all's fair in love and war, I would say. And this one was to help him get into the school for something he needs to complete. And getting into the school, I found out what he needed to complete. Can you believe it? His father's missing. I at first didn't ask too much about it, but then I started questioning just exactly who his father was, and it kind of just made sense to me, seeing as, well, we only got to see so little of him, and with him being gone for so long, a son can only miss his father, which seems to be of that of the Principal Leon.
Someone was right. Kind of.
Well,
Leonins especially are known as a more prouder race of people. They stick more to their morals and however they see things fit to be right, but generally with that of honor. So seeing that of no longer having Principal Leon, it is no wonder why he's so upset, as he wouldn't just leave his post per se.
Shaka just goes, damn, when will one of these things involve like a magic axe or something like that?
You're too focused on the magic aspect. I told you it's about tech. Sorry, anyways.
well, I'm gonna be honest with you, we already knew all that.
Oh.
So, well, other than like the small details, we knew he was looking for his father. Yeah. I guess you could say that he asked you to be a snicky snag, huh?
All right, Amp, you can shove off. We'll finish our training
I
from
was so, and I know you're going back in soon.
Yes, if you would have let me kept going, I can tell you the rest of what happened.
Oh yeah, because you did open that secret entrance in the bookshelf.
How do you... You know what?
Oh, we were in that room when that happened. Don't underestimate us.
There's no fathomable way you're telling me that nobody saw you.
Oh no, my abilities make sure of that.
Shaka's just like bored and swinging at the inside of the pumpkin now.
Oh, you guys have dummies in there, and like you guys
Oh
have, like,
yeah, let's go.
it's like a small little training place you can set up.
Just like,
As the thing is, so this will keep going as he proceeds on talking about he was able to sneak in, investigate that of a couple of few things until he ended up finding that of the secret entrance, the same one that you guys were able to find, and through that is now where he continues on, where he says, when I was going through there, it seemed like a bit of a darker tunnel leading a little bit more down and down, and as we were going, we heard that of multiple footsteps, very hefty ones, and
The ghosts,
yes, the ghosts.
whatever they are.
I don't know what they are, but they were very vigilant, as when we proceeded to get all the way down that of the staircase, with them basically almost on our tracks, we were able to hide in some, basically, the cave-like terrain. The only issue is when we saw them go was into that of what seemed to be like a giant stone-like maze.
So there's a giant stone-like maze through that bookshelf that was in the principal's office. Does Yorin know anything about it?
Yorn says there's a possibility that we could get through there with that of the, per se, blueprints he has. The only issue, we need to not be there when those things are there. As they were quite there searching literally all night. All night. Anyways.
Do you know how strong they are? Did you get into any scuffles with them, or did you avoid them?
We were able to avoid them by simply hiding for the most part. The only thing of notice that we saw was one of the reasons we don't want them to be down there while we're there is because it seems like they, how do I put it, have the ability to sense very powerful things.
Oh, then they won't be able to detect Ashaka. We just sent him down. It's that simple.
She just like punches Amp and then's like, ah.
No. I mean, such as like instances of, per se, damage. Like casting a big fireball, they'll be able to detect it from a while away, honestly.
So they can detect magic?
I wanted to say magic, but I don't specifically know how it works. I just know that with their powers combined, I wouldn't want to think about it, to be honest. Because they seem like together they could have amazing tracking skills if it wasn't for the fact they're at each other's throat a lot of the time, it seems.
Yeah. Thing is, a couple of my other friends, I guess you could say, also agreed to. Well, I asked them, but they agreed to help you and Yorin tonight.
So, like you were saying, like he was, sorry, like Ashaka was saying earlier, that of the entirety of the rats, I'm assuming?
I think they all said yeah. Well, most of them said they'd help.
Honestly, I'll think about it. You can give me a persuasion with like the automatic help action, basically, so advantage.
I'm really good at these things. Okay, one more. Come on.
Hey, so I want you to do something here that you probably may or may not notice now, because I love this new features. If you go into the chat, you see where you rolled that persuasion check?
Yeah.
You can click on the up arrow for advantage or the down arrow for disadvantage.
Well, I got a 9.
Did you? Okay. He pretty much looks like now he's not like saying no or anything. He's just like very in contemplating thought. But he says, if we do decide to go in as a group thinking it would be better, then meet us here. By here, he means behind the statue up at the top of the school, up here. basically it'll be more near the entrance without getting too close to the entrance.
So Slithers, if push comes to shove, since you didn't fight them or anything, it'd be like a 8v2 or something. Do you have any doubts that we couldn't take them? Well, I don't know if they already seem dead. So
the issue is, it depends on your term of dead, because I don't think they are fully dead. I think I saw one pulling out what seems to be like that of a sandwich at one point.
To be fair, we did see them eat goop.
yeah, they flop down some mysterious green liquid.
As I said, I don't fully know what they are, but I'm just saying it would be best to avoid them.
Well, I know most of our group can be really sneaky other than one person. Maybe two. So, we should be
Who's
good
the
on that.
second?
You're probably the second least sneakiest.
That's a lie!
I don't think it'll matter too much, as long as we all stay somewhat diligent. Out of game text log, he's telling you it's gonna be a team skill check.
Woo! I can get my armor on. I can get a nat 1 and not ruin everything.
Also out of game. Come on now.
You have like a +3 to your sneak now.
No, it's like a
No.
+7.
Oh yeah, proficiency in sneak.
Yeah, I do.
Yeah, I have a I'm the problem here. I have a -1 and a disadvantage if I wear my armor.
I actually put way too much into Dex for us having like an actual rogue.
Hey man, you can be a dexterity barbarian.
Like
Just get that magic +1 axe.
I'm trying my hardest. It was so we were tempted with it or by it with the like competition, you know.
Oh yeah,
And then we're
Devin's
never to be
competition.
seen again. If we rescue this lion, dude, I'm like Ashaka's gonna be like, I deserve all of these prizes now.
To be fair, Glacier is friends with Devin. If I work on it, I might be able to get us to just run back the same event.
Wait, Glacier
Yeah.
knows about this school like the most out of everyone. We could ask him and see if he knows anything about these specters that night. Her. I don't know if she would, but
No, wait, we gotta ask the haha necromancer. Even though the joke doesn't really apply anymore.
The
Right,
haha necromancer? I'm confused.
Devin might know something. He seems all. He probably has a family member. He's probably a nepo baby too. That knows what's happening in the school.
Nepo baby.
Yeah, just like Glacier.
I like how Glacier's just frozen in time and space.
Just for the record, you don't have the time.
It'd be that way, man.
You don't have the time specifically to like talk to this person, talk to that person, talk to this person, before being able to do this. Like suddenly, like you only have time for very few things. That's why I'm like, that's why I'm like talking. That's why I was like, sorry, asking all of you what you were wanting to do here.
I will. I think. Well, I think if Slithers and Yorn wants to do this with all of us, might as well go today.
Today?
I mean, it's happening today. It's
Happening
tonight.
tonight.
Yeah.
That was the point.
After we regroup, though, right?
Yeah. Once we regroup, we all agreed to go back to the dorms and then head over.
Yeah.
But yeah,
You gotta finish your training session though.
Yeah. Gotta get like
fight.
Gotta get juiced up for the stealth mission.
You gotta invite Slithers to the fight, to the fight club.
Heck no, he doesn't display his technique publicly.
There's also one more thing I can do. Is I want to go to like one of the general stores, like on the way back to the dorms. I want to see if there's a pipe I can buy.
Just a pipe.
Yeah, a pipe. Like to smoke something out of.
Oh, I was like, I thought you meant a metal pipe. I went, huh?
No.
Yeah, metal pipe sound, go bird.
I'll say a decent, nice metal pipe that will last. Or sorry, metal. A decent, nice, like refined wooden pipe you could get for 5 gold.
Damn.
It's like it's a long lasting. Like it's pretty good. Like that's the whole point is that you could use that
It's made
almost
for
as
hitting.
much as you want. But the thing is, it does cost 5 gold. Like that's why I'm like it's good.
I will buy it. We'll buy it because we might need it.
You might need to smoke the ganja.
I did get to roll on the drug table last session, so.
Well, don't
some-
worry. If you happen to get poisoned, I can not heal you, but I
Have
can
some-
definitely get rid of the poison condition.
I have some really, really good drugs on me right now.
Yeah, I can neutralize a poison. I can't heal you though.
You'd probably be the best person to smoke it, by the way.
I was looking into like D&D drugs from one of my campaigns, and I found out
Oh
that
yeah, what does your drug do?
It decreases your initiative,
Uh-huh.
but it gives you resistance to bludgeoning, piercing, and slashing.
oh
Hmm,
wow,
I could definitely use that, yeah.
that's really good.
My
No,
initiative is bad anyways.
there's one where it's just like makes the user feel like a snake, and like you'll just like convulse on the floor.
So
That feels more like a fish than a snake, but fair. Yeah,
No, you're trying to
-2
slither.
initiative, weakness to psychic damage. I could deal with those. Oh, force and thunder as well.
Make sure your camera's off if you didn't know.
Yes, my
Well,
connection was
just bludgeoning, piercing, slashing, and thunder damage.
What's
And-
4 and thunder damage?
Could be force. I don't know. But you will also be hallucinating. So keep that in mind.
If I need to, I can literally just remove the effect from myself.
And I have
I don't think it counts as poisoned.
I can remove the effect of
it would
bunch
it
of
would
things.
be up to interpretation. Like if because
Uh,
alcohol technically isn't a poison, D&D wise, but
Mm.
real life it's actual poison. It's like
That is true. It's
Yeah.
whether or not it inflicts the poison condition.
Well, it just says neutralize a poison affecting the creature. It doesn't say neutralize the poison condition, just neutralize a poison. I don't know
Fair.
what that means. It could just be the poison condition if you want to think of it that way, but you can view like alcohol as a poison affecting your body, so like drugs can be counted as that.
me and Corona would probably be the best to smoke this. I don't know if it affects me since I'm a
Construct.
I'm a robot.
I need to check something to confirm if that's true or not. Hold on.
If it affects a robot or if you're double checking my lay on hands.
Yeah, and I'll tell you that that's pretty good because if I'm wild shaped and I have resistance to bludgeoning, piercing, and slashing, I will not die. I have 3 sets of health bars, all resistant to that. I don't think that I'd have to worry.
Okay, I just wanted to check because it says you do not need to eat, drink, or breathe. I'm gonna say it doesn't work on you.
Yeah.
Well, then between us two, the two best to use it, it's me.
Yeah.
My initiative's garbage
I'll just,
anyways.
I'll just turn into something that does breathe. Easy.
I mean, there is technically that, but then you'd also be whatever that might be.
Yeah.
You'll just be hallucinating as that thing.
I will be the bear from Cocaine Bear. How about that?
Oh my goodness. Okay, anyways. So, proceeding on doing what you're trying to do for that of the rest of the time before you head back, assuming that is that of your little shopping spree for the most part. We'll go to who wants to go next?
Why not? Let's do it, Corona. We're reading books.
Book time. We got 2 books to read. One is about secrets, one is about spells. Out of the 2 of us, I'm the one who casts spells, so I guess I'll read that.
Yep.
If that helps you,
Glacier.
I probably want to read that too.
Yeah, depending on how useful it is.
Because oh well, actually, me and Quevy are the only full casters in this party.
What
I mean, I do
is
remember
Quebby
there was
doing?
another book-
I
another book-
don't know.
Sorry.
Yeah, there was a 3rd book, but that was a mimic, so it's gone.
No, there was one that was like how to cast your first spell.
Oh yeah, it's
But I don't
in.
think we bought that one.
No, we got Book of Mimics, How to Cast Spells While Moving, and then we acquired the Book of Secrets. Yeah, we didn't buy casting your first spell. Where did we get the Book of Secrets from?
I have no idea, but Glacier's gonna read it anyway.
Sorry, give me a second.
You're good. The worst that happens is it kills us.
Yeah, sure. Surely it's not cursed.
I mean, it could be. We don't know where the hell we got it from.
Where did we get that from? I feel like because it looks like it's important. So you had to have gotten it in either the first dungeon we ever went into.
Or the second dungeon we ever went into.
Well, we've been in more than one, but I feel like it's the first one. I don't think we got it from the dungeon with the beholders.
Yeah, I don't remember. Yeah, I don't remember getting it from the snakes.
It was.
I don't remember a book in the first dungeon though. Like I literally, I have no idea what this thing is or where it came from.
I don't remember either. I just remember getting it because it's in here.
Maybe that's the secret.
Yeah,
We
the secret
never
is
got
where
it. It just
came
showed
from.
up. It just showed up. It's
just
actually cursed, and
appeared.
it just appeared.
It's a cursed magic item when where you read it, you become attuned to it and you can't unattune.
The Book of Secrets. We don't know where it
Yeah.
came from. We don't know.
Yeah, we don't remember where it came from. We just remember it exists.
I was
Glacier's
literally
reading the Book of Secrets.
I was flipping through the party inventory because I was putting my personal money in there, and then I was like, "Huh, what the fuck is that?"
When are we gonna get more gold too? I feel like we've never got any gold this entire campaign.
Yeah,
I've been getting to it. We haven't gotten to it yet.
We gotta buy out this magic shop.
But yeah, me and Glacier are having a reading party. I'm reading the How to Cast Spells While Moving book, and the Glacier is reading the Book of Secrets. In case she comes across a language that I can read that she can't, I'll read it.
I got it one at a time, but I'm more so focused on where is Queeby going because I want to make sure he actually chooses before I go off.
Oh yeah.
I mean, if they have issue with language, I have comprehend languages.
You want to be a book nerd with them?
Well, Krabby, I did write Krabby to be a book nerd, yes.
All right, book nerd time.
I have a friend.
Book nerds unite. And I'm also here.
Okay, wait. If there are three of us, how much did the casting your first spell book cost?
It costs 10 gold.
Do we want to take a group
how much I
trip?
have.
We'll buy the book, and then Glacier can read that. One of you guys can read the Book of Secrets, and the other one will read How to Cast while moving.
Here's the optimal play. Since he has comprehend languages, he reads the Book of Secrets. I read the how to cast spells while moving. You read how to cast your first spell, and then we just rotate.
Oh hell yeah, we
Club.
could have a whole reading party.
Yeah, it's book club.
You guys
And
want
how
to
to
do
cast
it?
your first spell would only be useful for Glacier.
Yeah. Well, I mean, hey, even to those who cast spells, reading like a basic spell book, like reading a basic book about spells, can sometimes help you learn new things, even if you know a bunch.
Glacier is going to learn one level 1 spell for reading that book.
Let's buy the books and we'll
Okay,
just we can pass
so-
them around.
I just need to know who's reading what book and what book first. And more so specific, who wants to go first.
We want to know what that secrets book does. So, Quebby, you want to read this Book of Secrets with your comprehend languages?
Sure.
The
Real
book
quick.
that may or may not be cursed.
Real quick,
That's
Nutsu,
fine.
are we good to buy the book and then come back and start reading?
I say if you actually have the money to buy it, you can buy it.
Yeah, we have the
75
money.
in the party inventory. So.
Yeah.
Let's
If
reduce that to
Ashaka ever
65.
learned, if Ashaka ever learned like a cantrip or something like that, she would be like non-stop casting it, just like everywhere, like bragging about.
I have
That's why
lowered,
we won't let you read.
I lowered the party gold. If you could put the other book in the party inventory, please, Natsu. The how to cast our first spell.
I would have asked you to potentially make the item just because I don't have like
I
an
got it.
item for it. It would just be like something you would just have in your inventory.
Yeah. Yeah, I
Gotcha.
got it. Casting your first spell.
All right, Quebby, Book of Secrets.
Book of Secrets. Let's go. The cursed book.
All right, so
Yeah.
Quebby, you have the Book of Secrets. What does Corona have?
Corona has the book of how to cast spells while moving.
So that leaves Glacier with.
Casting your first spell.
All right. As you all proceed to open up your books for that of your studies, good old study session. We go with that of the Book of Secrets first. With that of Quibby. Quibby, you notice upon immediately, like, opening up this book, it almost feels, like, hefty. And I don't mean like the weight feels hefty, like it feels like you kind of feel heftier reading into the book. Looking into it, using that of your comprehend languages as well to comprehend any language that you see. As you'll see, it's a multitude of different languages that start converting itself into common in front of your very eyes because of the comprehend languages. And as you read into it, you will be able to kind of not like read a specific like pattern of words. It's almost like a constant form of words coming together to form that pattern. And so far, the only words being formed in this book to you, looking at it, says, "What secret do you want to know?" That's just on you, Quebby.
I don't think I have any secrets that I need to know right now. So I guess I can ask the other two. Like I can tell the other two that the book just says what secrets do you want to know. Like ask them if they have any secrets. I should ask the book because the book seems to be somewhat magical, I guess.
You can ask it about. I have a specific thing to ask about. Where is it? There's a bunch
What's
of
the
magic
meaning of life?
wands. There's a bunch of magic wands that I need to remember the name of real quick.
No,
wait, I
it's
have
okay.
one.
We'll get our own turns with the book.
You don't have the knowledge of what the names are of the other ones. You just know that they're called the 10 Wands.
Yeah, that's what it was. So if you're saying that out loud, I'll be like, well, that's your turn with the book, so you can ask whatever question you want, I assume. But if you want suggestions, I learned a while ago about 10 magic wands, and I have one of them. It's literally glued to my hand. But it's your turn with the book, so you get to ask a question, I assume.
Well, I don't really know what to ask, so that's why I'm asking you.
I mean, you can also ask about secrets about how your magic works.
Why is your magic so ballistic?
Could ask it things about the school, about the people, about I don't know
any
life.
of the people.
How to not explode.
Yes, I
a
asked.
book called How to Not Explode 101.
I asked a book on how to not explode.
You see as words form on the book, proceeding to come out to be a "just don't use your spells, dummy."
Damn it. How to not explode while still using my spells.
How am I supposed to know, dummy?
Wow, this book is
This
not
is the
helpful.
best book.
It's a mean book.
Hey man, it's telling the truth though.
You want to ask me anything else?
What are those 10 wands that they just mentioned?
I'm a book of secrets, not a book of wands, dumbass. Again, this
Okay, I
is
give
this
up
is
reading
this
the
is
book.
this is the book, by the way. This isn't me towards you guys.
I give up reading the book. Screw this book.
You close the book, and you almost feel a revelation over yourself as you're just like, you know what? I'm more pleased now.
That's so funny.
I'm just saying, because it's a book of secrets doesn't mean it knows all the secrets.
It's just a book of secrets.
Ask him what secrets it knows.
Yeah, ask it what secrets it knows.
Okay, that's a good question. I open the book again
Give me
and
a,
ask it what
give me
secrets
a,
it knows.
give me a strength check.
Oh no. I have a -1 in strength. Perfect.
You rolled that privately,
Oh,
by the way.
perfect.
I don't know what it is.
Huh? No, I rolled in that 20 though. Do I need to roll again?
No, I'll take it. Just make sure you put it back to public. But
Oh yeah.
as you.
Hey, you did it again.
No, he just put it. I think he
No, I
made
just revealed it.
As
remembered you could reveal.
proceed to oh yeah, I forgot you. As you proceed to like try to open the book for a second, because you're going like, maybe I could just ask it its secrets. You feel like it's like not budging for a second, almost like it's keeping itself shut, and you're just like, you're literally a book as you just nerd strength, and it's open.
Nerd strength.
Yeah, because it's not like he's like going super ripping it apart or anything. He's just like trying to just basically make the book go open. As now the book is open, you see on the text that you've been reading off of, it goes, what do you want now?
Book, what secrets do you know?
I know a lot of secrets.
That wasn't the question.
But which ones?
We
Give
didn't
me an
ask how
example of
many.
the secrets you know, of a secret that you know.
Here's an example. Gilly's underwear color is pink.
Great to know.
How does that book know that?
I guess that is a secret.
Someone told this book that secret.
Someone told the book that secret. Who gave us this book? Where did this book come from?
You asked for an example. You didn't say what.
Book, do you have any useful secrets? Or is it all just underwear color?
The book goes, I know many secrets, but I also know many colors.
Good for you, book.
You know, good
Book,
for
what's
him.
your
At
favorite
least he
color?
knows.
At least he knows colors.
What do you say?
Book, what's your favorite color? I'll make the friend with the book. Bit of small talk.
The book goes, I'm a book. I don't choose my favorites.
Fair enough.
And then
Book
you
doesn't
like
wanna be
you see
friends
like
with the book
after a
again.
few seconds you see dummy.
I give up and,
This book-
and close the book.
This book is a tsundere.
That was certainly a book of all time.
That was definitely a book of secrets.
So
We know
any-
Gilly's underwear color now.
So, anyways, I'm also gonna put this out there just for you two, just so you understand. If you two try to read it without knowing basically all those languages, which trust me, you don't know all those languages, you will not be able to read it.
Damn.
But he was able to because he had comprehend languages, so he just comprehended all the languages that were going on.
I see.
With that being said, though, we were going on to that of, I believe it was, oh no, wait, I changed this up bad.
It is in chat.
Oh no, I see that. I was trying to change something on the stream. There you go. Here we go. With that of Glacier being up next, reading that of casting your first spell, give me that of a. Give me that of an intelligence check that you would think intelligence skill that you think would make sense here.
I mean, as usual, I'm gonna have to try and request history. Between the history of magic, studying, remembering what's in the book, question mark.
I mean, yeah, that would just be history. I didn't know if you wanted to do something different.
I don't have proficiency in the other intelligence skills. I could do investigation if you want. No idea how that would work.
Well, that would work like you're looking for specific parts in the book. But I
And
see
if 25 doesn't pass, I
history,
can do the psionic die.
and
I
as
think
you
a
are
25
looking
passes, Glacier.
through- as you're looking through reading the book, you're probably reading it like even if we get to the other person, like because this was during the time that you guys were talking about the secrets as well. You will find out that reading through this book, you will be able to gain the knowledge of a cantrip of your choice. However, in learning the cantrip of your choice, this book and its words will actually kind of lift away and almost like disappear.
Ah, so it's a spell book. Right. But a scroll.
I get one cantrip. You gotta take True Strike, man. You gotta.
Yeah.
Listen, for me, True
Honestly,
Strike might not be bad.
yeah, honestly, as a rogue, True Strike ain't bad.
Oh, I was talking about how bad my rolls are.
That too.
All right. Well, I will have to look through the cantrip list. I will have to get
Yeah,
back to
you
you on
don't
that.
you don't have to do it right now. Just like between now and next time, try to like think of something you'd want. But yeah, you pretty much just get a free cantrip.
Fear the Dying would be a good one.
true, and that doesn't restore hit
Oh,
points.
sorry. Let me say specifically from the wizard list because it was a spell book.
Gotcha.
Outside of that, Corona. I cast spells while moving. Give me an insight check.
Damn. Where's my insight?
As reading it, you find out reading it, it's a little bit tough, like, to kind of understand what it's talking about without a good visual representation. Being that as reading through it, you can understand that it kind of talks about like moving around, shooting a spell, moving around, ducking around, basically making yourself safe. But then you go, isn't that what you already do?
Yeah, Krona's just like puts the book down for a moment, starts walking, and it just like casts a random spell while she's moving, and she's like, this didn't really help. And then goes down to the book, picks it back up, is like, no, let me see if reading it backwards does anything. Just try some weird ways of reading this book.
Unfortunately, that's not gonna help you either way. That is you three, as you've been taking a good bit of time to pretty much do that of reading throughout those books. If the issue is for Kuroda to like pass around that of the book for others to read for her book, it's kind of the same for you guys as well. Like the visual interpretation doesn't really match up with that of what's kind of said, because it's like it's explaining something you already have been doing for a while.
Damn. I was expecting you to make me do an intelligence-based check, which it's fine anyways. I was just on Arcana.
That's why I was asking you guys which books you were reading. You can see they were all pretty different.
Yeah, I have proficiency in insight, so I just rolled bad.
So, with that being said, though, as you guys are pretty much finishing up your reading session, I would say is about the time that
Yeah, Live was also doing something.
Yeah, no, I'm just saying that this will still be the time that Shock and Amp would be coming in. We'll be getting to Amp here to Live here in just a second. I'm just trying to make sure you guys understand that pretty much you could say something if you want, have a small little bit of RP, then I'm gonna go to Live, and then afterwards you guys are gonna meet up and we'll probably go on break.
Glacier seems like the person to take prestidigitation.
I was thinking prestidigitation, mending, or dancing lights.
Any of those works.
I would say Green Flame Blade or Booming Blade would be good for combat if you were a melee rogue, but you're ranged all the time. So
I can't use them either. They have a material component that's costly, and my psychic knives are...
I mean, who's to put a price on your psychic knives? They could be super. They could be worth like a silver piece.
I mean, they dissolve when you throw them.
Well,
I don't think we could sell them when they stop existing.
Correction, you can't ethically sell them.
I mean, we wouldn't be able to get away from the store before they dissolve.
Wait, it says they disappear after you throw them. Placing them down isn't throwing them.
Amazing.
Rules lawyer.
Infinite money.
Hey, to be fair, if you're an artificer and you have enough levels to create bags of holding, that's infinite money.
I would say Amp also doesn't have dark vision unless he turns into something that does have dark vision. Because robots don't have dark vision for some reason.
I don't know. It's kind of up to you guys. I can go either way. I'm leaning more mending or dancing lights, mending, obviously like the Medusa head, the mini Medusa head. That would have been helpful. Or
Well,
dancing lights.
I have mending.
Hmm?
I have mending.
Cool. I will take dancing lights then.
Again,
I'm so sad that I failed that insight check, but
I
I
will.
don't even know what
get
that
back
would have helped with.
Remind me over the break. Either way, for right now, though, as you guys maybe conversate a little bit, we're gonna go a little bit back in the day here as we go to live. First and foremost, in specific, where do you want to check for who you're looking for?
Well, this is Samus, and I've basically been following Samus a lot. Is this when does she usually train? I know she trains up until really late night. Oh wait, no, this is a club night. Club day, isn't it?
This this is a club day, yes.
And she wasn't in any of the clubs.
We're gonna say, yeah, we're definitely gonna say I don't think she was.
Yeah, because that was Gilia that I found and Heaven, but not Samus. So you know what? Liv's not gonna leave it to guessing. He's seen Samus's bow up close, yeah? Given all the times in training.
I'm sorry, what? You said all the times that she's been using a bow?
No, her specific bow, considering she's been doing all the weird training stuff that she's been doing, and he's been there, watching, waiting.
Yeah, you know what? Give me a history check.
All right. Ooh, that's a 5.
I'll say you know the bow. It was for something else that you would have gotten to know, but you just don't have that knowledge now. But you are able to recognize and remember the bow at least.
That's good enough for me. Instead of guessing where Samus is, let's just daily cast locate object.
All right. Give me a investigation with advantage for this. You'll be able to see where they are. This is a little bit of something else.
Oh, whoops. It's supposed to have the up arrow.
No,
I'm just gonna roll again.
I was gonna say, if you go into the chat, you can click next to the number.
Oh! I see. My bad. I got used to the Q thing. My bad.
Also,
I see it now.
You can also, if you guys just want to do it this way, reminder that if you want to do advantage, you can shift click on it, or if you want to do disadvantage, you do alt click.
Got
And
it.
it should automatically do it all.
Oh, that's what it is. Anyways, it's an 11.
Yeah. Okay, so with that investigation check, you will be able to tell she is over here. She is over here, which is somewhat not like close to where her training area would be. This is more of like a spot you've seen her go sometimes. Usually it's like she needs some a bit of like alone time type of deal. And she has what seems to be like that of a kind of like a little kind of not like in the tree, but like up to the tree, like almost like a little tent of sorts set up there. And right now you can tell she is there.
Does she seem to be doing anything in particular?
Do you get close to the tent?
Oh, she's like she's in the tent?
Yes.
Oh, then Liv's just gonna kind of sneak close to the tent and sit like outside it,
Uh,
back facing the tent.
give me both. Give me both a stealth roll and a perception based on hearing roll.
Ah, I see. Rolling stealth. 16. Perception based on hearing. I still need to add a d4 to it, so 27.
Okay, so I think in all fairness, something here. Give me a second. I'm on the wrong one. Oh. There we go. She definitely does not hear you as you are kind of sneaking up a little bit to that of the tent. But as you are proceeding to go up to the tent, you will proceed to hear what sounds like at first what you would think to be a soft dying wail of sorts. As the whimpering and crying you can hear from the tent from the outside, as you could go up to the tent. The tent door at the moment is closed, but you can hear.
Liv, yeah, like Liv's like up to the tent door. He's just gonna be sitting down with his back facing the tent door, and wait. At some point he's pretty casually sitting. So it becomes pretty obvious that he's there, but he's crying. He's not gonna break into her tent. That's not something you do.
Do you make yourself known or do you wait?
Liv's gonna wait for a few minutes before he goes. Before he just quietly, not really whispers, but not really announcing himself, just goes, "Take your time."
You say that as you hear out as you hear it sounds like she's like a couple of ruffling noises, which you could guess to be she's probably like maybe cleaning herself up, maybe drying something, getting out a towel, as you can hear that of the soft, why are you here?
Well, I said I was gonna come find you, and I was gonna help you deal with things.
I already told
So I
you
did
I
find
don't
you.
need help.
So I found you, and I wasn't gonna just cut in, but here I am.
She seems to be silent for a minute before she goes, I don't want you here. but I wouldn't mind some company just for a few.
Well then, I'll be here for as long as you need.
You could tell she's kind of like at the door of like the tent, but like not opening it. Like she kind of wants to stay on the inside. You could tell she probably doesn't want to invite you in specifically either right now, but she does. But you could tell she definitely does enjoy that of the company. And after a few minutes pass, she goes, "Why? Why did you choose to come to the school?"
Ah. I kind of need to learn how to write a thesis paper. To prove that Rangers are objectively, by default, not good.
You know, I would take high offense to that right now if I wasn't in such an emotional state.
I'm also a Ranger. You know, I was a Gloomstalker once. Pretty okay. Still not good. But yeah. Can't write a thesis paper without going through all the steps, eh?
This sounds like a lot to become that of a soul hunter for.
Oh. It's no different from most... Well, I'd like to say adventuring, but I'm gonna continue calling it adventuring. Death is always near, and the end of the world is closer than you ever think. Yet so far away.
That sounds like very nice general advice you could give to almost anybody now, doesn't it? You could tell she's been in like a slight bit more of a giggly mood now. But like, you could tell she's still like upset overall though.
I mean, we could call it general advice. How often do you think the world's about to end? Or some catastrophic disaster is about to happen?
Well, around here it seems like it's almost every other day.
Ah. You'd be right. For the world, at least. It's been 6 months. 6 months of calm, peaceful times.
Well, between you and me, I feel like my world might be ending soon here. He has a bit of a sniffle.
Yeah. And I'm here to listen to it. And try to help you whenever you're ready to be helped.
That's just the thing, is help is what would hurt me more than anything right now. As you've been so persistent with me, I would say, I think it's right to tell you that I may have been pushing you away, as well as that of everyone else around me. Even Gilly has noticed it quite a lot recently. And for my reason of doing so was, well, for the rite of passage I have to complete. And if I don't focus on my study and on my training, then there's no way I'll be able to complete it. And there's no way that my father will take me back otherwise.
When it comes to rites of passage, if you need study, if you need training, When did you think that somebody needed solitude? Are you a monk? Are you trying to go for enlightenment? No, I don't think you are. Does the rite of passage have an emphasis on solitude?
She's kind of like been silent for a little bit, you could tell. Kind of thinking about everything you've been saying. And after a little bit of quietness, you can tell that she actually goes like, I think it's better this way. For me personally, because the rite of passage is something only I can do, because I've been given that option. And the option is I either complete that, or I go back home and, well, do something I really don't want to do.
Mm.
And we're just gonna leave it at that. I know it doesn't sound like much of a choice when I put it like that, but if I'm able to do everything I need to do, it is included into my training, no matter how grueling or tasking it can be on somebody. It's best if I push along the ones that would only hurt in the long run.
Do you know do you know what an individual's strength is from?
Solitude?
Their environment.
Well, that's a
Your
very quaint thing
goal.
to say, considering we're in a literal forest.
Your environment isn't just just the habitat, right? Just the field. It's your interactions, your conflict. Of all the ways you're going about to attain strength, I have never seen one while not foolish is so blatantly wrong.
So
Like I
then,
said, you're not a monk. You're not here to attain enlightenment. You're also not a bloodthirsty warrior. I don't see you slaughtering everyone in your path.
so then what am I supposed to do?
You have teachers, you have friends, you have people who are better at you in some capacity. You can ask for help. You can learn. Because learning can either come from conflict or other perspectives and those more experienced than you.
I think with that, you can give me a persuasion check.
Oh boy.
Well, persuasion
just-
or deception, because I never know.
Man's really out here doing a fucking therapy session and getting a nat 20.
She kind of like kind of brings herself back up a little bit more, and kind of stands up at where the tent door would, or next to the tent door, as where she was sitting, as You can just tell from like the shadow silhouette as she goes, well, maybe asking for help wouldn't be too bad. But what? I don't even know where I would start.
Well, let's start with figuring out what you're trying to accomplish. And I don't mean just becoming stronger, but if you say that, being an idiot, we could start working out, but you know, I don't think that's the point here.
Maybe.
So are we looking at the bow? Are we looking at certain skills?
There's a few things we can discuss. And as she says that, you do notice it is getting dark.
Well, how about this? Considering I assume you need sleep, you're a bit exhausted. Why don't you start off having whatever list of things you have on your mind ready, and during one of our lunch breaks we can figure out who can help you with what, if anybody at all.
Well, that could be one thing to do, but if anything, I think I need some new training as well. Maybe some people to do it with.
Well, I'm glad you had a change of heart. The next time Inuyaki drags me somewhere, feel free to follow.
You know, my name might be Lockhart, but it's not always locked. She gives you like that small like giggle and says, just get out of here for now.
Absolutely. And Liv, I can see her silhouette, right, as I'm getting up.
I mean, yeah.
She counts as someone I can see.
I don't know if that's how that works.
No. You need to understand. This is a funny bit.
I mean, I guess I'll allow it. I'm just like, I don't know.
So three bags of... Oh, neat. 3 bags of... We're just gonna go with an classic original potato chips. Just kind of spawn by Samus before Liv actually walks away.
You don't really hear anything except for like in the distance. After like a little bit of walking, you'll probably hear the small sounds of a ruffling of a bag.
Liv's just out here being like, I could have made the joke.
So two
I'm not
things.
gonna make the joke.
So two things. First and foremost, you get an inspiration. Secondly, you can put onto your optional mission now. As you've completed that last part, you've gone on to this part under the optional under this mission of help Samus find that of a new training regimen, basically.
Look at me unlocking objectives in a side quest. Let's go!
Let's go.
That being said, you will proceed on your way back, but before you proceed, before you make it to that of the base, with it getting to be that of dark, you guys will literally be like waiting here, like literally ready to like go. Like you're like, all right, we can't wait for Liv anymore, as Liv literally just arrives.
So-
Was I helped a
We go
person.
now?
I'm good. Are you good?
Congratulations. I read a book. They also read books. I guess Glacier can now do lights.
I make
I got
lights,
bullied by
yeah.
a book.
And we learned that the Book of Secrets is mean.
It bullied me.
They bullied the
You
only
know-
person who can actually read the book.
That is. How do you get bullied by a book?
Kept calling me a dummy.
Quibby. It's a book. How
Yeah,
are
but
you
books
letting it
don't
bully you?
reply. You can usually not ask a book a question and then the text on a book changes to reply. Magical book.
So how'd it go with Slithers?
Good.
You guys can fill each other in as much as you want to say that you filled each other in before Live got here, because that was the point. Is you guys had a lot of time to talk technically.
Ah, okay. But yeah, congratulations, Live. You did whatever you did.
Yeah. I'm never gonna tell you about it though. Viv explicitly says. Not even like seriously. Just in the most casual manner. He's just like, yeah, I did a thing. Never gonna tell you about it though.
Okay. Honestly, fine.
Yeah, I don't really know what you do when you're not here, I won't lie.
You know, your regular stuff, living life. I'm being the protagonist of my own story. Writing my thesis paper on why rangers are bad. Usual
That's a
stuff.
vibe. So let's go talk to Slithers, I guess.
Well, it is about time for you guys to meet, so I'm assuming you guys want to head over that way.
Well, if you guys don't want to break into the school and find a secret entrance and go through a maze and hide,
Let's go.
now would be the time to back up.
I will say, I will remind you, he didn't give you a confirmed yes or no.
You just said to meet by the statue.
Because remember, he said if he could convince Yoram.
Well, whether or not he's convinced or not, we're going in.
Let's hope. Well, can head over to the statue.
You can kind of like arrange yourself behind this kind of like statue of any way you want to, really. For the most part, though, I'm just gonna say before you guys arrive there, you will actually see that of Slithers. But right now, it's just him. As we will come back, as we will go on break. Let me make sure I get this going here, because I need to.
Woo!
15-minute break. We'll be back.
Woo! Time for me to lose half my health again.
Hello, hello. Yes, as I'm changing music, we are back. I'm going to assume we do that. With everything set in place, you guys proceed on to that of what is behind that of the statue, which seems to be kind of like a gnome wizard of sorts. Kind of like a basic made statue, though, nothing too fancy. Probably has some writing on the front, but ignoring that part, just to kind of go and see if he is behind the statue, as you guys have said before. And he is there. Right now, though, it is just him.
Up.
What are you doing? Get over here. Get down. As he sees, because you guys are kind of like spread kind of like around the statue, he's like telling you to get over on this side. You guys can kind of bunch up a little bit if you want. You guys are smaller than it looks. I think actually, can I like size represent this? Oh, there we go. That's more
Oh, we're
accurate.
tiny.
Webby has wandered off into the woods.
Never to be seen or heard from again.
Goodbye, Quibby. You lived a long life without exploding.
What do you mean without exploding?
A whole 12 hours.
Oh, 12 hours. This is your longest spurt without exploding yet.
I don't think we have the time for jokes, guys. Come on. So are you in for this or not? I need to know.
Yeah? Where's Yorn?
First and foremost, ignoring that of your question, without trying to be offensive sounding, Yorin would specifically like to know if you are all going to listen to him.
I think that all depends on what he says.
Like, are we saying like his explanation, or are we just saying his instructions? Because
I think it's more so saying he's going to be the one leading us. Oh no. Hold up. My net. It's dying on me.
Like, yeah. As long as he makes good judgment calls, I'm cool. If he makes a bad judgment call, then,
There you go. We're back.
you know, like we could say that we're gonna listen to him, but it's a pretty vague thing you're asking for. That's like saying, "Hey, if I told you to sink this entire academy to the ground, would you?" And I'd have to say yes, because before I said yeah, I'd listen to whatever you told me to do. You know what I mean?
No, I'm not gonna act like I know what you mean. It's just a simple understanding is if he tell you follow him this way, will you follow him?
Oh yeah,
Yeah, sure.
probably.
So I feel like this is going to be a terrible idea now that we've gone through this, but they've at least accepted it so far, it seems. You're in. You will see as basically out from kind of like the shadows towards that of the wall, you will see that of Yorin. The semi-tall, but more slimmer Leoden come out from that of the darkness, almost what seemed to be like in like just appearing out of nowhere almost. As he goes, That's not very reassuring, but we'll take what I can get right now.
Up.
That also means you're all going to have to just not cause too much of a fuss, okay?
I'll try not to make sound.
Cool, cool, cool. Do tell me when we're about to enter, because I'm gonna do a thing before we actually enter.
So, he kind of like says, while somewhat taking out that of the blueprints to kind of like get over here already, because like he's trying to tell you the plan.
Oh yeah, the blueprints that you guys stole.
You don't have to say stole.
No, I literally was staring into your eyes while you stole them.
I'm also kind of surprised you didn't see me. I was just standing still behind you.
I don't know at all what you're talking about, but anyways.
We were in the same room as you guys went through the stuff.
Yeah, I get it. He proceeds opening up that of the blueprint as he's kind of showing off, as these blueprints, at least the ones he has right now, is definitely not blueprints of the entire school. Instead, this is blueprints on pretty much how to navigate through that of the maze, kind of like a cheat sheet. And showing it off to you guys, even if you try to like memorize what's on there, it's not gonna help you because it's a like maze that constantly kind of like changes.
It's the Maze Runner maze.
So
Yes.
with this map can help you, essentially help guide you through it. With that being said, that's the easy thing though. That's when you guys get there and get to that of the principal's office once again and go down the tunnel there. The thing is, you guys want to make sure you are essentially not caught. So he asks you a very serious question as he looks up at all of you and says, does someone want to be a decoy?
Well, if you need
Corona!
one, I am the
Corona!
loudest.
She's the loud one!
Yeah, I
You
am
say
the
while
loudest
yelling?
person here.
I was gonna say, you do realize I can just cast Pass Without Trace, right? That was the thing I was gonna do before we enter.
And if we can all make it through, and if that's what you believe, then we can go with that. I'm saying I'm giving a choice here.
Oh yeah, totally. We can either do Corona or we can do me.
How big of a decoy do you think we need?
It seems like from everything that I've seen, it's mostly just those two, per se, knights, keepers. I don't know what you want to call them.
I can summon some animals to run around.
If it's
I have
just
my
Really
horse.
think some animals are going to be enough?
Although they'd be wolves. They'd be dire wolves.
I'm just saying I don't know how much time that would buy us.
Do we need to buy time? Everyone managed to sneak into the office last time.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you did it pretty good.
Corona got caught.
What do you mean I got caught? I just got smoke in my face.
No, he definitely saw you. He just went the other direction of more noise.
The thing that he's getting at that you might not be understanding a little bit is he's trying to tell you, do you want to have it like having let's say the dire wolves, that's a fine decoy to go into the school with, like that's a fine, but it's whatever amount of time you guys spend down there and proceed to come back up, you don't know if they're going to be down there at all this today or not.
For being
Also
a
just
decoy,
realized
if one of us is going to be a decoy, we would need the ability to get out and not get caught. Or I don't know if these things will kill us, but yeah.
For the sake
I
of
know
the
that-
madness, I would say if you really need a decoy, I can do it. Yorin kind of looking over at Slythers. And leave me with these people? Slythers just like kind of eye rolls it.
I'm not a person, by the way, as you can tell.
And Yorin just goes, that is one of the options.
I said I think we have 3 options here, and that's either myself, you, or Glacier here, just because they're fast. But Glacier doesn't want to get caught.
Yeah, I'm not.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Glacier
Is it-
disapproved so hard that they deleted from existence.
Glacier wants to at
Yeah.
least to do adding all of us. So I think. Do you have a way not to get caught?
Well, we have to pass
Just-
without trace.
I'd just say, if I go, just don't worry about it. Even if they do catch me, it's not like I haven't been in trouble for a few times already.
You are the principal's son. You could probably get away with it.
No, that's not
I think
Yorin. That's
Slyther's
Slythers.
talking.
Oh,
Slyther's.
well.
Well, I mean, one person distracting is pretty good, but 2 people might be better. And I'm not really good with the maze type stuff, even if we do have a map for it. Pretty good at the distraction edge.
Speaking of the map, there's nothing magical about the map, right? It's just a regular paper map.
No, I would say it's partially magical because since it's it's changing, like the reason why you wouldn't be able to like go through the maze really without this is because it's changing constantly. You would need the blueprint that it's changing constantly.
I'll just ask what I was going to ask. Would cartographer's tool? Oh, that was a roll. Whoops. Anyway, would cartographer's tools be able to do anything for us here, either in terms of recreating the map, noticing a pattern in the changes, anything of the sort?
You wouldn't be able to copy the map or anything like that. Again, it's constantly changing, so that would be futile as it is. On trying to see a certain kind of pattern, you don't have the time for that because it changes hourly. Unless you like as a group wanted to wait a few hours and see a few of like the different variations.
Yeah, that's time costly.
Should we wait until right after it changes to start moving?
Well,
Then
we
it
should
won't
probably get
change.
to the entrance of the secret entrance before we even think about learning
that-
about the map.
That's the point when we'd need the distraction, right? Is when we're in the office already?
Yeah, so we can all get to the office, and then we can have whoever's this distraction go off distracting while the rest of the group does the maze and stuff.
Like I said, I'll do it.
I'm also cool with providing a distraction with Slythers or without Slythers or whatever else needs to get done. I have my
I'm gonna
horse if I need it.
I'm gonna say for right now, go, since this sounds like you guys are having a two like team plan here. Go with move yourself to Yorin if you're gonna go with him to the not dungeon, sorry, to the, what do you call it? I was gonna say labyrinth, but not
Maze?
the maze, there we go. To the maze, or if you want to follow so there's his heal, make that of the distraction, as you'll be a part of the distraction plan then. Or sorry, part of that plan.
I don't.
Should be over here.
Definitely don't see him then. But
You might have to reload, but he is on the right side. Even though right now I'm getting a little bit of issues as my OBS disconnected again, but we're still here and recording, so we're fine.
In case it matters, I will have, at least for the rest of whatever's happening, I will have Slithers and Yorin as allies, so they also get my Aura of Protection bonus as long as they were within the range of that.
I was also about to say, Glacier's gonna go ahead and set up a Psychic Whispers with Liv, Amp, and we'll go with Quebby. Or actually, wait, I guess let's wait and see what groups everyone picks. I need someone from the other group.
Yeah, I think it should be me and Slithers to make a distraction.
Then yeah, Quebby will be the third.
Because
if that's the case. So we can communicate telepathically for the next 6 hours, but you guys can only communicate to Glacier. She would then relay everything to everyone else.
Who's connected?
Yeah.
Like, make sure you write it down. Unless it's just the
Gotcha,
whole
one
group.
sec. Nah, I can only get 3.
That's what I thought. So I said just make sure you write down who it is. But are you guys in the groups that you want to be in?
Shaka, you're going to the distraction group?
No.
Drag yourself over to the right side. And I
think
also assume Quebby's not in the distraction group.
I think me and Slithers are probably going to have the best chance to distract and get out.
Since you have healing abilities, if you guys get damaged, I don't want to be near you because I suck that up. So I'll go with the other group. Because no one in this group has healing abilities. I don't actually. Do you have the ability to heal live, other than your chips?
I do
He has
have
his
healing
aura.
spirit.
Oh, the healing spirit.
But I would suck that up.
Yeah.
You would.
Honestly, maybe I shouldn't be in this at all, but that's besides the point.
Hopefully, you guys won't have to deal with anything though, since we're distracting the people that would be attacking you.
Yeah. Hopefully.
If everything goes
Does it mean?
plan. Yeah.
If everything goes to plan, yeah.
And are we ready to do this then?
Yeah, I'm just getting some music, and as I'm getting some music, I'll ask you guys, or more so you two in specific, or I say you two, between that of basically Slithers and you, Amp, more so to you, Amp. Whenever you want to start distracting, you can. I assume you don't want to do it immediately. Unless you want to do it immediately, then just say so.
Do we want to distract before they get into the building so we know for a fact that they aren't over there? Or do you guys think you guys are going to be sneaky enough to get to the office?
We've done it once before. We can do it again.
Only
And
thing
this
I will
time,
say out of game for you is if you do it now, it will be easier to get their attention, but it would be more time you would have to basically keep them per se. But if you wait until like they get like close to per se the doors of the office or something, then it would like be like you would still have to be sneaky enough to get there with them, etc., etc. But it would be the easier on time approach.
yeah.
That's just up to you either way.
I think it'd be best if y'all got to the office before you started distracting.
Yeah, that is optimal in my opinion. And even if we do get caught, y'all can start distracting then.
How far away does Amp have to be to break that?
To break what? Huh?
We'll double check. Give me 1 second.
Oh, the psychic link.
I don't care that it's like on him. I'm just like, if you guys are gonna go down, I'm thinking, I'm like, how far down is this gonna be?
Fucking Foundry is making it hard to read. 1 second.
You can put it in chat.
1 mile.
A mile? I think you should be good. Well, this is what I will do. But you guys will proceed on then, I suppose, right towards that of the school entrance. We're going to do a couple of things, yeah? I'm gonna say for reasons Amp and Slyther aren't gonna be here for these roles. They're gonna be more on the side, kind of like looking out, waiting. The rest of you, though, as you proceed on towards that of the front of the school, give me a team perception check.
Is a sight?
Sight or hearing?
Ooh.
If it matters, I have blind sight, so
No.
Yeah, in the same vein, I can toss the side eye on that if that fails.
I don't think a 25 will be. Just my intuition.
Whoops! I was like, I feel like I'm forgetting something. Also, a shocker. Did you roll?
Yeah, I got a 7.
6.
Exciting
7.
stuff. Oh
Man.
no, wait, I did get a 6. Just kidding.
Yeah, you rolled a 7 but got a 6.
Hey.
Damn, Yorn. His bad perception rolls stick around.
He's putting up a shock of numbers over here.
He got worse than the Shaka.
So mostly between the ones that got the really low numbers aren't really able to like look around and see too well, kind of like into maybe even to that of the school as you guys are walking towards it. Everybody else that got that of a worked you did up, which show you that you did barely see. This is a team skill check, so I'm saying you did pass this, aka you guys are the ones that will see this and can point this out. Looking at that of the front entrance, you could tell that it doesn't seem to be like anybody is at the front. However, looking a little bit back towards like into like imagine like the door is a little bit open. You can see like a small light that seems to be coming from one of the rooms, but you don't know which room.
Ooh. Ooh, they're investigating rooms now.
Now, I will also say there are a couple of windows that seem to be different places that you can get into some of these rooms. Potential.
Well, we know that the principal's office is all the way down south, right? That's where we went last time.
Once you guys decide on like how we want to enter, do tell me, or where we want to enter from. Do tell me, because you know.
I think last
That's
time we
what
entered
choose.
from down here.
I'm pretty sure we all want to maximize the amount of time we have passed without trace out. So
Yeah.
Where
Do
would the
you guys
office
think
be?
that Well, I
This
remember
question.
that we entered through up here, and then we went all the way down to the south.
I thought we entered through the bottom, but
No, I remember going through the top. I could be remembering when we were fighting the plants, though. I just remember entering through here.
For my sake of memory and knowledge, I believe you guys entered from the top and went towards the right.
Oh,
Yeah.
so the principal's office is in the right wing? I thought it was in the south wing. So we could, if we wanted to, we could go around and try to enter through like a window that's nearby the principal's office. Because the principal's office didn't have windows. What do you guys think?
The sound of crickets embrace me.
I mean, can't we just
Funny because I actually do hear crickets, given living in a car.
wait. I got it.
we could always cut diagonally through, enter from one of the side wings?
Well, yeah. Well, this side wing over here is where the principal's office is.
Oh,
So I was saying we could go around this way and enter through one of the windows near it.
that should work, yeah.
Yeah, if y'all want to go through one of these windows, we can. I mean, so this can go through here.
Yeah,
Once
so you and
everything's done,
Slithers can go through there and start your distraction up here while we go around to the side. I feel like that's a good idea. Unless anyone else has anything to say about it. No.
Alright then. So that of the, I assume the entirety of the group goes towards that of the outside windows.
Yeah, towards the right wing where we know the principal's office is.
Well, I can tell you. You guys need to make me a team nature check. As you are traversing that of some slightly seeming to be overgrown shrubs.
Oof.
A shotgun knows
Oh,
not.
man. This is a terrible day to be an orc.
Do you have a -1 to your intelligence, or is this wisdom?
-1 to intelligence, -1 to wisdom, and -1 to charisma. So all of these are not going to go.
So you really min-maxed your barbarian, didn't you?
Oh yeah. Listen, she is very combat focused. Okay.
Okay, with the help of Yorin, you guys have passed, as he will tell you. Yorin will kind of like look to you guys and go down, as he proceeds to kind of get in more of a crouch position, more closer to the shrubs, as you will be able to tell that he is kind of just lightly brushing past them. As he's lightly brushing past them, you will see what seems to be like eyes on the actual like roots of these shrubs that he's passing by, like on the twigs and on the wood itself. As you will see the eyes like slightly open up and then slightly go away as he's slowly pushing past them.
Neat.
You guys proceed to slowly and gently go through that of the shrubs with eyes.
I assume that's a
Do you know what
success.
those shrubs are? Glacier.
What?
Do you know what those shrubs are?
No better than you do.
No, so you also don't. Okay. I'll trust and pass without trace, and Liv also goes through. Slowly, gently.
All right, Ashaki goes through and does her best to glare at said eyes.
Do you wake it up, or are you just like looking at him?
Just looking intimidatingly.
I mean, anybody that passes by them, as long as you're going slowly and gently, you can tell that you won't be disturbing the eyes too much.
Verona follows the direction, seeing that it worked for everyone else.
You guys proceed on to what's seeming to be like that of the principal's office's window.
Oh, I thought it didn't have a window.
Now, what would anybody like to do here?
Well, I assume someone here has thieves' tools.
Yorn had some. I don't know if he still
At least
does.
one of the two rogues here.
I mean, yeah, if Yoren's going to do it, then Glacier's not going to, but if he isn't...
He's just looking at this kind of like scratching his head for a second.
Is there a problem?
Yeah, you could say something like that. I can clearly see what's on the inside, but I don't ever remember there being a window.
I said the same thing.
Maybe we don't touch it. Could be an illusion or a trap.
We could always enter from the door that's really close to us now.
Yeah, we could just enter through a side room.
You see, as there are still other windows potentially, but there is the side door that you could potentially go through. That's kind of more so up to you guys.
I think we should keep it to be safe rather than sorry. It could have been a newly installed window, or it could be a magical trap that sends us to the void.
Yeah, I'd rather not take the risk because we were here a week ago, 2 weeks ago, same time as you.
I feel like
And
we
it
just
wasn't
used
there. Maybe let's go through the main entrance. Take the safer route.
The side entrance or the main one?
Side entrance, sorry. I'm just saying that to Yorn and to the group. Maybe we should do that, or we can go through one of these other windows, but definitely not this one.
The other windows could be trap windows too, but I know there's a door.
Wait, isn't Devin's not Devin's again, what's his name again? Why did I forget our own man's Destin? Isn't Destin's class one of these? We could just enter through his window. We know where his class is.
Did you pay that
And
much
it's on-
attention to the windows? Because I didn't.
I would be back up here.
Oh, I thought his class was over this side.
And for some reason, I don't think a combat class would have windows.
That's true. All right, maybe we just enter through the door.
You know, don't want any broken windows to get replaced every day.
Yeah. I'm not trusting any.
I could be wrong. It could be another. I don't know. Either way, I don't think it would have windows now. Or actually, no. I remember if it did or didn't. I don't think it does.
Well, let's not take a chance on these windows. I don't remember many classes having them, and there's a bunch of them on the outside, so they could be traps. They could be newly installed. Who knows? Who cares? Let's take the door that we know is the thing that exists.
You all proceed to that of the side door.
Unless anyone has anything to say about it.
Once we get to the side door, Liv finally casts Pass Without Trace.
Me and Slithers are gonna go from up here, though. Actually, no, because all these doors would probably be locked.
No, I told you this one was specifically the front one. There was like a small opening on the door. That's why you saw the light on the inside.
Oh, there's a small opening.
Yeah.
I feel like that's a trap, but it doesn't matter because we're here to distract anyway. So if we hit the trap,
It's either
fine.
a trap or someone else has entered into the building as well.
Yeah.
Everyone's
Yeah.
just casually breaking into the school.
Yeah.
Yeah, everyone's
I'm
casually
gonna
breaking into the school. We're gonna find another group of people in here.
telepathically. I'm going to talk to Glacier and say, "Once you're inside the office, give us the signal, or if you need it anytime before that, also give us the signal. We'll come up with something."
Will do.
Hey, I will say, as you... Actually, no, never mind. I need to do this first. You guys on the right wing of the school, to the entrance, you will proceed up to it, maybe ever so slowly, maybe even stealthily. Either way, you will see as the door does appear to be locked. And looking on it, it looks like a lock that has some runic symbols on it as well.
I guess guess since you guys broke in the last time, or we also broke in, they've increased security. So those windows are most definitely fakes.
Is there anything
Would we
specific
know
you guys wanna
about the
do?
lock? Would we know about the lock spell? I forget exactly what it's called. I think it might just be lock.
You talking about
Is that a
knock?
spell we would know? No, knock is the opposite of lock. There's like arcane lock. I think that's a spell.
Arcane lock,
That
yeah,
exists.
it magically locks the door.
Yeah, it makes the DC like impossible or like +10.
Well, like you can't open it other than magical means with arcane lock.
Let me look. Yeah. While affected by the spell, the object is more difficult to break or force open. The DC to break it or pick any locks on it increased by 10. So it's still possible. It just increases the difficulty by 10 unless you cast the knock spell on it, or I guess dispel magic also works.
Goran, do you know anything about the lock, or do you just want to try it?
I have blueprints for inside, not for this.
Do you want to try it?
He looks at it. He looks back at you after he made kind of like a little bit of a check, kind of looking at that of the runes on it as he goes, "I'm not gonna lie with you. I don't trust my skills that much, considering that there is at least one of those runes on there is a alarm spell."
Well, we could go back to the main entrance where we know the door is open.
I was about to say, you could help me out with it. I could try the pins on the lock if you wanted to try and hold them in place.
I don't know if that will matter or not. If it's magically locked as well, it could take a few different things. So, it could really be a gamble.
I mean, here's a thought. If it's an alarm spell, It's probably gonna only trigger if we successfully unlock this. Which then, you know, Glacier can just send a message to Amp and the distraction can start.
Why would it be when you unlock this? Wouldn't it be if you can't unlock it?
You said it's an alarm.
If it's the alarm spell,
Alarm
I'm not asking this
Trigger.
question. He's asking the question.
alarm triggers when you pass through it. In this case, it would be when this opens.
So you're saying this is kind of like a anti-trap? Or like a double-sided trap?
Wait a minute.
um,
Oh wait, no. No,
yeah, the
no
alarm
alarm.
shows if you touch it.
Well, actually, why the hell are we going through it like this? Guys, I'm such an idiot. Glacier, can you see inside? Oh, sorry. Before I say what I say, does this door have windows?
The school doors. I think they. Actually, no, because of what I said before. No, they don't have windows.
Okay, then Liv's just gonna go. Glacier, you know how like some of the classrooms we know have like actual real windows and aren't unsure if it's a weird magical thing?
Right. You want me to teleport in?
We can teleport in. And assuming we're gonna need to try to unlock things, you can pick the vice principal's lock, like the vice principal's door lock. Once we get that open, it doesn't matter if we trigger the alarm, because we can just rush to the office, lock it back up. Nobody would be the wiser.
Would you not need me out here to unlock it anyway, even if the alarm went off?
The
Warren's
point
not sure
is,
he can do it.
I mean, the point isn't that you're unlocking the things at the same time. The point is that we don't need to trigger an alarm. Because if they're thorough, they probably have alarms everywhere, and everywhere is actually a trap.
But if I teleport inside, why wouldn't I just open the window from the inside?
That's what I was thinking.
Because we're not teleporting through the principal's office's window that we don't know if it actually exists.
Doesn't
Well,
matter
but
what
you can
window
still,
go in.
yeah, doesn't matter which window you teleport through.
That's fair enough. I mean, I can teleport in if you don't want to.
No, I mean, I'll do it. I don't understand why we wouldn't just open the window.
Glacier, do you think I have strategic thinking?
The one proposing a plan.
Sometimes.
I would hope so.
Come on, you know
Is this
better than that.
always like this?
Yeah.
Hey, we're called the rats for a reason. Because of Big
Okay.
Rat.
Speaking of which, I don't know why I do know why we're still whispering, but we can speak up a bit considering we're kind of magically quieted, not silenced. Silence is a different spell.
We wouldn't be able to hear each other if we were silenced.
Fun fact: a group of rats is called the Mischief.
Well, yeah, I know this.
So you know.
I know this. That I brought that up when we were talking about the name for the group. I was like, a group of rats is called a mischief.
No matter how you put it, that is very concerning.
I mean, is this or is this not mischief?
this is not okay. We're doing this for a good reason.
I still
Alright,
think this counts as mischief, but okay.
let's just backpedal and find a window that we know is real.
Alright, let's find the window we know is real.
For
The
purposes
Smithworks had window, right?
the purposes for, because in case I want to add more stuff into the school, if you want to like write like a line to like a point on the school that I've been like pointing out, and say like this is this class, or this is that class, or this is this place, you can feel free to write on this map, because I feel like I'm gonna have this map for a while anyways.
Yeah.
I have them set at different points before, but I think it would be easier just to have you guys kind of make it up as well instead.
Yeah, we can create map notes.
You can do map
Use-
notes. I was just saying you could draw on the map too. Like either way.
Yeah.
But I will say, if you are proceeding back to one of the classes that you would know, most of the classes that you would know would probably be up here, at the top wing. But the few classes that you may or may not know of here, on the right side, I would say is.
I kind of remember the Smithworks having a window. Am I remembering
Yeah, the
incorrectly?
Smith Works with all the armory and stuff. Like they had a
They would
they
need
had a window, and they were on the right side. That's
Yeah.
one that you would know.
Yeah, Smithworks, like they need ventilation in there, so they need windows and stuff.
That's
So-
probably the
Oh.
best one that you would know.
Glacier will use face step to get inside and then check the window from the inside. Is there any signs of runes there?
There are from the inside, which you could tell that from the outside you wouldn't have been able to see it.
What runes?
Yeah, is there anything I could do to determine the runes?
You can roll an Arcana check.
Arcana? Man, if everything's alarmed, that's crazy.
Yeah, that's the best I got.
I mean, it is a level
you-
1 spell.
You could tell it's the alarm spell. That's it.
Yeah, Glacier will
I
just
s-
telepathically relay back to the group. Yeah, or back to Liv, I guess. Yeah, these are alarmed too. You might want to come in to open the window so that people can run, and I'll go to the office.
Liv gives a thumbs up and looks back at the crew and just goes, okay, so I'm gonna teleport in. Once Glacier's opened the office, I'm gonna open the window and we're gonna have to rush it, okay?
Cool.
Because
So
it's a lot of
once the alarm starts going off, remember to tell the distraction crew to do stuff.
Why are we setting
Oh,
off?
oh,
Or maybe
oh.
do it now.
And Liv relays back to Glacier and just says, got it. I'll teleport in. Once you're done unlocking the principal's door, I'll open the window, and you should probably, well, whenever you feel comfortable, tell Amp and all that.
What are we even talking about? Why aren't we doing this just stealth? Let's not set off any alarms. You don't need to set off any alarms.
Because you do realize if they're setting alarms in all the windows, they're probably, even the main entrance where we're going to take is also alarmed. There's no
Yeah,
getting through this without triggering an alarm.
There's a potential
Yeah.
that it could be just maybe entrances. I don't know in specific what it could or couldn't be. I'm just saying,
Yorin,
let's
listen to me.
try not to. Less
Yeah.
potential.
Right. Listen to me. Entrances. As in the entire perimeter of the school.
Wait. Possibly dumb idea. Is there a way we can get into the vastly open arena in the center of the school?
The outside of this is pretty much like a kind of more so like big marble like wall. The only issue with trying to kind of like get over it is that it is very open. So if there's anybody out here, they would probably have immediate notice.
Also,
But
I
yeah,
think
but
the only
these
one
are
that
like
can
up.
the only one that can fly would be you, and that's because you have your jetpack, and that is really loud.
Yeah. Well, I'm only suggesting this because those have like open entrances into the school that can't be alarmed unless they alarmed like literally every single aspect of the school. Which if that's what's going on, we're fucked anyways. So that's maybe a possibility as we climb up the wall and try to sneak our way in through the entrances that can't really have the alarm spell put on them, because otherwise we'd be fucked anyways. If they alarm those entrances, we're fucked. Because we have to go. If we go through the main entrance, we have to go through the arena anyways. And if they alarm the entrances from the arena, we're fucked.
I feel like it wasn't this hard the first time.
It wasn't because it wasn't alarmed the first time. You left evidence behind by stealing the blueprints.
Okay, but like, you act like I would be the only one that's left evidence. You probably left evidence. You didn't even know. Okay.
Pass without trace says no.
Yeah, we literally couldn't have possibly left behind any trace.
Other
We have
than
a spell
Corona being
that stopped
spotted.
that. Hey, no, they didn't see me at all. That doesn't count.
They definitely saw you.
They definitely didn't see me, okay? He breathed in my face. It's fine.
Regardless, every
Also,
entrance.
you're not here to argue with me, Amp. You're on the other side of the school.
Regardless, at every entrance, we literally cannot enter without triggering the alarm.
Why are you? Sorry, I'm trying to lower. Why are you so sure on?
Because they've done it to the windows on the opposite side. They had a guard stationed out there in a room with that door slightly open. What part of this entire place is basically a trap right now? Do we not understand?
Yeah, the only possible way I can think of to avoid the alarm is the only place they couldn't have alarmed without putting the alarm spell on everything is climbing up the wall into the arena that we're gonna have to go through anyways if we go through the main entrance. And if that's alarmed, then we're screwed anyways. So either we go through this window and do that idea and do the distraction while we do it, or we try to go into the arena, which if they don't have it alarmed, good. If they do have it alarmed, we were going to trigger the alarm anyways.
We're literally just out here instead of, because not triggering the trap is impossible, optimizing our ability to circumvent most of it.
Yeah.
If everywhere is alarmed, then we can make sure that we go by before the guards get to where the alarm was triggered.
Yeah.
He's kind of like just like giving himself like his own migraine at this point, because he's just like, it just sounds like we're so back and forth with this that I'm just, you know,
I wonder what's
I'll go
taking them
with
so
whatever
long,
plan
Slithers.
that you guys want.
Yeah, what conversation are you having with
Anyways,
Slythers over there?
Liv will Misty step into the classroom.
Okay.
Nope. Fun times. He goes, okay, Glacier. Good to go. I'm ready. Are you ready?
Well, no, I'm standing right next to you. And then Glacier's going to start moving to try and get to the principal's office.
So, Slithers, do you have any abilities that might help us? What's your soul power?
Lords.
Going up to Slithers, which this is actually the time I did want to kind of go to Slithers, but I wanted to know, are the rest of you guys just waiting on the outside at the moment?
Yeah, we're waiting for that window to open.
Yeah, are you guys still planning to open the window?
I assume that the plan is Glacier goes to the door, unlocks it, and when Glacier unlocks that door, Live will unlock the window, and stuff will start happening. I think that was the plan. Am I correct?
Yeah, Glacier might or might not unlock the door from the outside. It depends when we get there.
So Glacier, you're going over to the door and open
To the
and locking
principal's
it.
office. Yeah.
Or sorry, no, I'm trying to say the door to this classroom in specific. The door to this classroom. You're going to the door. You're opening it. You're leaving, right?
Is the door closed?
I just want to know if you're leaving. If you're leaving to the hallways, basically.
Yes. If the
Okay.
door is closed, then the question becomes, is there a window on it? Because we've now seen everything alarmed at this point.
No, you already know that the normal school doors don't have windows.
Alright, yeah, screw it. She'll open the door.
Open the door. Proceed on out. Live. What are you doing?
Seeing that it might take Glacier a bit of time to do things. Is there any place to hide inside this classroom?
What, you're in Smithworks? There's plenty of places to hide. There's a bunch of junk piles you could go behind. There's a bunch of the tools, not like the just the tools, like the big stations that you could hide behind.
Liv signals the group to just crouch down, or wait, and he proceeds to, from their perspective, pretty obviously hide behind some piles of things or underneath a desk, one or the other.
So you're just gonna hide for now?
Yeah, I'm just gonna hide underneath a desk for now.
Alright, you do so. And as Glacier, you step out into the hallways. You look out and see emptiness. Not a thing in sight. Just the hallway, the doors. Doesn't sound like anything's happening over here. However, Amp and Slithers need to give me a perception check. Both of you succeeding on that pass, you will hear getting what seems to be like a couple of footsteps getting closer to that of the entrance at the very moment towards you guys from the inside of the school, but maybe not specifically towards you guys, just in general you hear it coming towards you. As the footsteps you start to hear sounds like it has the ringing of chains behind it.
So it sounds like what we heard the last time from those two guys.
Yeah, but specifically the chains guy.
Yeah. So Slithers, what's your skill set? What do you bring to the table? What's your soul power?
Well, I don't know how much time we have to discuss this, but honestly,
Give me a quick rundown.
the best I can really do is I can toss my sword that way and have it come back to me. And I can kind of move it around in general.
Alright. I'll have you know, if you see anything weird, come for me. If you see me turn into anything weird, be not afraid.
Is there
Of me specifically.
What do you mean?
If it comes down to it, I am going to turn into something, and it's probably gonna be pretty ugly. So just keep that in mind. Don't be surprised.
Okay. You hear the footsteps becoming extremely close. Shit, do we hide?
We haven't gotten the go ahead, right? None else
Not
said
yet.
anything. Okay. Yeah, let's go hide in the bushes.
You guys proceeded in going to hide in the bushes together. Rustle. As as you like feel the uncomfortableness of how close that Silius has gotten to you, but more so of a to almost help keep you down. As you will see that uh oh no, okay. While I'm reloading the pictures here, I will say you will see that of the person you've seen before, that of chains coming out. And I just say chains as in like that's almost like per se a nickname that you could say he has, because that's the only thing you can really recognize him as, the guy with the chains with the shovel, I believe, comes out like kind of like not like slammed open, but kind of like opened up the front, taking a quick look outside to his left, to his right, as you guys need to give me a stealth check.
Oh, good. Good.
Okay, let's fix that. As you will see, as he will give you his roll, give me a second. You notice as slithers as though he was getting you kind of down. You notice that he's kind of like has his head poked up more, so like he's kind of like trying to like more so look out himself, but he's not noticing how much of a I wouldn't say nuisance, but more of a detriment that is, as you're kind of pulling him back down a little bit too, as there's a couple bits of rustle going on in the bushes as the man in question, Chains himself, comes out, cigar, smoke coming all the way out from his what almost seems to be like massive like lungs, considering it was like a whole almost mist like area that he created from that blow. But looking over to his right towards where you guys were, the rustling has stopped at that point, as he looks for a second, looks back the other way, and proceeds back inside. And in that same notion, we will go back to that. We'll go back to that of right, Glacier.
Yeah, Glacier is gonna try and make her way to the principal's office.
You do so.
Not a window on this door either, I assume.
Actually, wait, there you go to no. Going up to the door, like I said before, it was a like very bigger like wooden and slash gold like trimming door. No, there's no windows.
Is there a gap between the door and the floor that is small or large enough that you could shine a mirror, or you could see into the room using a mirror?
It's small enough for something like it's small enough for stuff to go through. I think Amp did it last time.
Glacier is going to use the mirror on her thieves' tools, hold it underneath the door so she can see inside, and then use her face step to get in.
You proceed to. You're just gonna just go straight in?
Using face step, yeah, so it's the teleport.
Yeah, but I'm saying you're just gonna just proceed to do it, or you're gonna look around first.
I don't see much reason to look around first. If nothing is noticeable with the thieves' tools, like she's seeing in the room.
Yeah, I'm just asking.
So yeah.
Then you proceed on to putting the mirror under that of the door, looking a slight little bit into the room, just checking real quick. Doesn't seem like anyone's in there as you proceed to use a almost trickery like spell for others, but for you, natural talents as you right on in.
Oh, yeah, they're attracted to using spells. I forgot about that.
It's not a spell, it's a feature.
I know. I'm just saying in general.
You proceeded on in and looking around. It seems to be the normal room as you've or sorry, actually no, you weren't there for it. Looking into the room actually, because this would be new for you, it looks to be that of a somewhat bookshelf on the left side of the room, with the right side of the room that seems to be a bunch of trophies, or like trophies of like for the school in general, or like plaques and stuff like that, as well as that of a big front desk that you would guess to be is where the principal would sit behind, as well as a doorway on the right. Sorry, not on the right. On the left, at the far end of the bookshelf, where that doorway leads to a small bathroom.
Glacier is going to check the door handle. Is there any runes on it?
Which door handle?
To the office.
So
The main.
so outwards.
Yeah.
You look at it, and right now, I'm gonna say no. You don't see anything on it.
All right. Then Glacier is going to telepathically speak over to Liv and to Amp. Okay, I'm in the principal's office. I guess I'm as ready as I'm gonna get.
Alright. Liv gets out of his hiding spot and, just gives a thumbs up. I'm opening the window in 3. Sending a mental message to Glacier. I'm opening the
Glacier
window
is
in
going
3,
to
2.
repeat right after him so that Amp is aware that we're gonna need a distraction.
I'm gonna get Slithers ready. I'm gonna let them know we're gonna. I'll count down the Slithers. So all three of us are counting down at the same time.
Yeah, so Liv's just like, alright, I'm opening the window in 3,
3,
2, 1.
1.
Opening the window!
Why do I
Go,
hear
go, 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 go.
why do I hear banjo music? No, so I'm gonna say it like this, because you're like, all right, proceeding on, opening up, and as you proceed to go and open up the window, Glacier proceeds on opening up that of the door, I'm assuming, and as you as Amp and Slither's preparing on going, starting to basically get to that of the entrance of the school, basically ready to kind of burst in, unless you guys had a specific any idea in mind. In either way of the case, you will hear as well, I say here, we go back down to that of Liv as you open up that of the actual like full window, and as you do, you're like, go go go, and you realize something as you're like kind of yelling yourself, that when you open it up, it seems like, looking down at that of the marks, it was somewhat scratched off, and as you can see, it is the alarm spell is not going off right now. as well as that of Corona, Glacier bursting open that of the door, as you will hear just the small echo of a door being really like pushed open, like looking around though, even if you wanted to, even if you didn't want to, you don't really see much in the distance. Though I will say, Amp and Slithers, more so Amp, how are you proceeding on in? As you were told you were given the go sign.
I'm gonna run in. Have you ever seen Age of Ultron? You know when Ultron comes breaking through with like the broken body and he's dripping liquid and like hurt? I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna scream for help. And I'll just start walking down the hallway screaming for help.
Am I supposed to be entertaining this? What? Huh?
Act along.
The distraction, man.
Yes. Hello. I someone there. I need assistance. Someone help. As
Best performance ever.
As you can,
Right there.
You're kind of a bit confused. He's a bit confused, but he's got some spirit, I guess. As you will start to hear the sound of that of a swift pair of with the chains followed behind, as you will proceed to see in the very close distance to be that of chains. Back down here though, what are you guys doing, considering the only noise that was made really so far has been the opening of some big doors and Liv saying go go go.
Well, he said go go go, so just what?
Glacier's gonna look for a place to hide in the office because she has no idea where the hidden passage is. She's kind of got to wait for everyone else to get there.
Okay. You can pretty much hide in there wherever. There's a lot of places that people hid before, so.
We'll say.
Yeah, I hid in the bathroom once.
Does the desk have an open front or is it like a closed front? Like, could I just go duck down underneath the desk?
You can duck down.
Yeah.
Well, I think that succeeds, Glacier. You don't need to.
D8 go. If side eye if it failed.
You might as well just roll it now. If you're gonna use it. I don't think anyone's beating a 27 anytime soon.
No one checks under the desk, that's all I'm saying.
It's okay. Liv will also hide under the desk and just go, oh, whoops, sorry.
No, you won't even notice, Glacier, because you rolled a nat 20. You'll just also hide there. But you said go, so Corona's like, alright, cool, we go.
Do you guys proceed running through, or are you guys gonna do here?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure we're just running through.
Alright.
Yeah, like, we assume that an alarm spell has gone off, so. And we know that, distraction is happening, so.
You guys proceeding on through these hallways that seem, this hallway specific that seems a bit empty, open on into that of, or I say open on, but like go basically into the open, the doors altogether. Do you guys proceed to close them, or?
Well, we're at least going to close the door to the principal's office once we get in there, but I don't think we care about the other doors.
I mean, you guys running there will have made a lot of noise either way, so it's kind of up to you.
Well, I assume we hear the loud yelling, so.
You can hear it a slight
bit. Yeah, if we're making some sound and they're actively yelling to make as much sound as possible and we barely hear it, we're fine.
It's okay. Even if we're making noise, it's muffled noise.
Oh yeah, because of Pass Without Trace, we're fine anyways.
It's the fun time of, hey. Even when we're not sneaking, we're sneaking. Kind of. Not
Close
really.
the door behind us. Also, because we're in here and we're gonna be leaving evidence behind anyways, I want those glasses and I want that potion, green potion.
Why do you want the green potion? It's clearly poison.
Because it's funny.
You're gonna get the backwash of the weird dude.
So
Mix it with the
I
pickle.
can also just cure poison. It's fine.
So now Corona's
You're-
a thief.
We
Drinking
didn't come in here to
backwash.
steal anything.
That
Alright,
dude.
fine. Oh, well, I just clicked the dead button.
Krona just dead. She died.
She's like, I can't see anything. Fine.
I didn't mean to
Well,
click
this
that. I
person,
just
I'm gonna do
I
it
hovered I hovered over the effects by accident and I right clicked the dead symbol.
The
It's
newest,
just like, but
the newest core memory. Glacier tells someone that they can't break the law. The person immediately collapses.
That's her real soul power. It wasn't Big Rat. Big Rat was just a regular rat.
it could just grow in size. The rat's soul power was to grow big. It had nothing to do with Glacier.
Absolutely. Glacier's soul
no.
power is to kill people.
No, specifically kill people that in a way that's saying you can't break the law. You have to specifically say those words, and then they die if they were going to break the law.
Not if they already did it, though. They have to be thinking
Oh.
about doing it.
Hey, Yoren, quick question. This might sound weird, but just in case, about how large is a leonine brain?
What? I mean, a normal sized brain? Why are you asking?
All right, cool. Because in that chest over there's a brain in a jar, about the three times the size of a normal brain.
Excuse me, what? As
Don't
you
worry
hear
about
the
it.
sounds in the distance of a couple of more footsteps coming your way, with the
Don't worry
sound of
about it.
with the sound of a dragging noise behind it.
Don't worry
Into the
about it.
secret
Into the
entrance.
secret passage we go.
Everyone find somewhere to hide.
I can't. We can
We're
just go in the
gonna-
secret passage.
We're gonna open up the secret passage. Liv's just gonna gesture everybody to go in and, sneak about.
Yeah.
And then, close the secret passage behind them. The usual good stuff.
Does everybody go into the secret passage?
Come on,
Yep.
Glacier. Secret passage.
Yeah. She'll go.
Do you want us to roll a collective stealth?
I just want to know if you were all going in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
You all proceed to go on into that the secret entrance. That is that of like pulling. I think it was just a certain book on the bookshelf, or a few
Mhm.
books. I mean, and you will see as the doorway kind of opens up, kind of like a sliding like door. So where the middle makes basically like two ways to go in. So you proceed on in either way, as you will shut that of the doorway behind you, trying to make it look like nothing happened here. As you will proceed to kind of sneak away at the very moment. And I'm gonna tell you, there really isn't much for stealth, considering it's kind of just a long kind of like stairway downwards, of kind of like, I don't want to say darkness, but it looks like it goes dark when you like going down. And you want to just like, it's a long way. Let's just go.
Ooh. Hey, we did it.
Oh yeah. If Amp's still distracting them, by the way, Glacier, you know that alarm that you saw in the window?
Yeah.
And he just mentally projects. Yeah, apparently it was disabled already.
And
Yeah,
what
they
is
fucked
it?
up casting it.
Or someone else is here.
No, because it would trigger for every person going past it.
Rooms are supposed to be disposable, single use. That was what we were taught in class. It wasn't the spell.
Ah, that's fair. You do realize I've never been in that class, right?
Liv, you took an exam on it.
Did it look okay? Well, I barely failed, but I barely failed while super behind. Those were one of the subjects I just didn't know. Look. Okay? It
We still had
happened.
class before the exam.
What?
We still had class before the exam.
Yes, and I was more than 6 months behind. I joined in literally during the plant disaster. You think I know school things? There was
Yes,
so much catching up to do.
the rat can do it.
The rat was here in the beginning!
It's a rat.
It's a mentally enhanced rat that's part of your soul.
I failed to see how that's relevant. He's still a rat.
It uses your brain.
He doesn't, though. He's been outperforming me on our tests.
The rat is outperforming you. Of course it's doing better than me. Why are you saying it's a rat and you should be doing as well as the
He used to be a
rat?
regular rat. He used to be a regular rat, and he was passing his classes then too.
Okay. Well, clearly he wasn't a regular rat then either. He just outperformed you now. That doesn't just suddenly happen.
It's turned from a regular rat that passes classes to a better rat that outperforms their own user.
Of course. Don't forget, he was put on the same level as Corona in math, which was above half of our party.
Yeah, I'm kind of surprised Corona did as good as she did in the early parts of the campaign.
But yeah, if you want to, inform it's still just mental messages, just staring at her instead of whispering. But yeah, if you just want to tell Amp, he can probably get out of there for now.
Yeah, that makes sense, wouldn't it? Hey, Amp, there wasn't an alarm. We're good. Yes.
But this isn't the distraction. This isn't what the distraction's needed for. The distraction's needed for when y'all get into the maze. It's not just for when you get into the office.
Also, we did hear footsteps coming towards us anyways.
Yeah, he's got the distraction up here's got chains distracted per se. You guys.
Yeah, we know another guy has candles.
Yeah, I call them lights.
Mance has candles on his shoulder, alright? I'm calling them candles.
Hey, you do what you want. Either way, you guys proceeded on through that way of the dark down under. Do you guys Jordan doesn't seem to be like he's caring about like stealthing around, like he's just trying to go down the stairs because he knows it's a long way. Do you guys just proceed to follow him?
Well, we have passed without trace, so
yeah. There's no light down here, question mark?
Not at the very moment, no.
Alright, we will go ahead. If we're not proceeding with any form of stealth, we'll pop up the dancing lights so that Liv can see.
I have dark vision, don't I?
I thought you didn't.
I do.
I also thought you didn't. I literally brought you up when I was discussing taking dancing lights.
No, I have dark vision. Wait, why did we think that I
But-
didn't have dark vision?
Because you're human.
Yeah.
Not a lot of people know the variant human rules.
Yeah, no, this is Mark of Finding Human. It is the only human with dark vision.
I see. Does Quebby also have dark vision?
Yes.
Okay, cool. Never mind. We don't need dancing lights then.
Does a shotgun have dark vision?
Orcs have dark vision, yeah.
He's been bamboozled.
Yeah. I also have dark
Yeah.
vision.
The only person
I
at the
also-
party.
I also have blind sight.
Well,
but
does
that's-
Yorin have dark vision? He's a Leonin. I don't think they have dark vision.
Yeah, Yorin, can you see?
Can he see?
It's for wait, Amp. Do you have dark vision when you're not changed?
No, I do not have dark vision.
Okay, so it can be useful for Amp.
This is the part where we find out that Yorn is just confidently charging in blind.
Honestly, like, yeah, he hasn't been seeing shit this entire time. He's just been going where he knows to go.
Moving on pure instinct.
Why can I not find where his sight is?
Can we get a?
No, looking at his character sheet, he does have dark
Oh,
vision.
there it is, dark vision. There it is. Senses. I was so lost. I couldn't find it. All right, yeah, he can see in the dark. I thought he could. I was like,
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, Leonins have 60 feet of dark vision.
Leonins have dark visions, but regular cats don't.
Can't believe you tricked me into taking dancing light spiel. How dare you?
I wasn't listening while you were selecting things.
How dare you? Anyway, we don't need dancing lights then. I will not be casting it.
Get prestidigitation, or mending, or just some other thing.
I've already taken it. I'm committing.
You will.
You're committing to dancing lights.
Do
I'm
you?
committing, and I'm going to be annoyed at Beal the whole time.
Are you going to use dancing lights though?
No, no.
All right.
Everyone can
Your
see.
dark vision party proceeds on down. What feels like to be about, per se, 10 minutes. About 10 minutes per se of you guys just at basically normal pacing speed going down the steps as you finally get to that of what seems to be like what was described before to be that of a cave like almost entrance proceeding with stone like stuff, basically like stone stalagmites, stalactites, whatever, just in the area to kind of like hide behind, which is what they did before. But in front of behind that is that of this huge stone like maze. And now actually looking at it, it might be a maze, but it does go up to like the ceiling. So the fact that they know it's a maze is only because they had the blueprint beforehand.
Right. Let's get out that map.
Who do you call when you need the map? Sorry, I'm not gonna make that joke. Anyways, so proceeding on though into basically getting to that way of like the oh, it's like an open entrance basically. It's just like a kind of big rectangular entrance that you can kind of see. You can just enter on in, and there proceeds to be walls in different ways and directions. That's just if you like, like going up to it, not like actually entering it. As Yorin's checking that of the blueprints out, and he pretty much he sees a somewhat of a pattern to go on for right now, as the time is changing, like the next kind of like hour, like he's like it's starting now, as you will see as that of the kind of walls you saw before start to shape and change, but like not in the way you thought. Like you would think it would like turns or slowly moves. Like it's like it goes from one like this wall, like one wall here, and then it goes like just going swooping by as another one goes as they just kind of like swiftly form new formations, which if you honestly spent that hour in there or would have just stepped in at just that moment, there's a potential that could have swiftly killed you.
I see.
after like a few like moments though, it will like kind of settle down. Like it's all pretty much just re-randomized of sorts onto the map.
All right, Yorn, guide us.
Will do. But first and foremost, or actually, do you guys just enter on in?
Not like there's anything else to look at.
I just want to know if you were doing anything specific beforehand.
Know what? I have 6 of these. Let's use one just in case. If there's any celestial fiend or undead within 60 feet of me. Also, I have blind sight of that same range, so if there's any... blind sight of half of that range, so if anything's been following us and we haven't noticed, I have blind sight. So I noticed.
I'm gonna say you don't detect anything in specific here, and you don't see anything in specific with your blind sight either.
Okay, I'll just be like, all right, if assuming that those guards are undead because they look like it, they aren't within 60 feet of us.
Yorin, if you ever need any help with the map, it's part of my job.
Are you suggesting you want to look at the map too?
If you need the help, if not, then
Do
I
you
mean you
want to
can lead
help
the
me
way.
look at the map? Yes or no?
Yes.
All right. As he kind of like swiftly kind of like goes and shares with you the map and starts pointing out things with you, things that like only you would kind of get like as someone who like writes maps, like the cool niches that you would put there. You can notice he does some of the similar things.
And do you think we'll be able to make it through in an hour?
I think depending on what may happen, we will probably have to come back here with a new map. Or sorry, new randomized area, so let's just hope it's not going to be too bad. This one at least seems manageable.
Sooner we get going then, I guess.
Let's go.
Is this a speed issue? Because we can always just activate it. Oh, wait, no. Do we store them in the back? No, I still have mine with me.
What are you asking?
Liv just turns on his soul waiver.
Oh, yeah. Mine isn't... I guess I could fly.
You could, but I will actually say if you do use that rocket pack, basically, it is going to make a lot of noise that might echo
Yeah,
through the
no.
halls.
You know. I'm not going to activate
Like-
right now unless we
like
need to
small
fly.
noises, I'm like, it's fine, but I think very large, like very massive noises might kind of like make that.
Yeah,
happen.
I get it. I get it. I'm not going to activate it unless we come across something that is like, well, you either need to fly or climb. And in that moment, I'm like, I'd rather fly.
You guys do whatever it is that you guys want to do to prepare then as you enter on into out of the maze. And during this time, how has, because I did say 10 minutes went by for them, how have you kept them chains distracted for 10 minutes?
I and Slithers, we're going to keep acting like we're hurt. And I'm gonna keep screaming and yelling. I'm gonna say, "There's a plant monster out there attacking us again! Call
There's-
everyone up to the front!"
There's a what?
A plant monster. Because there's experience there. There's history with plant monsters. They're bad people.
Uh, he looks at that of Slithers real quick, and he's like, "Ah, do you not see how hurt I am? I'm telling you, there's this. They're out there." Uh, he's
I'm
going
gonna.
to just give you the help action. Give you a performance.
All right, I'm really good at those. Oh, even better.
That is better.
You will see as that of Chains looks at you real quick, trying to looks you up and down, trying to see like you're injured but you're still living, and he's like, all right. Like he doesn't say anything, but he just kind of like and proceeds on outwards to that of the outside for now.
He goes outside.
Uh-huh.
He goes outside. He goes past us.
Yeah.
I'm gonna keep running down the hallway and screaming and hollering and trying to get more of the ghost things to come over here.
As you scream and yell, basically bloody murder of sorts. Where is he? There he is. You will eventually find that my boy Light's coming right up to you, as you know the scraping, the scrap you could hear from before. That was probably in a different area, but with your screaming, kind of more so led to be more of a right now thing that needs to be seen. As he comes over to you more in specific, or at least in a small bit of a distance, as he looks at you for a second, almost like he's ready to like attack, as he sees what seems to be almost like a like to him quite literally a monster, I'd almost say, as you are that of this black oozing warforged.
You need to go help your friend. He's getting attacked in the front.
He kind of looks for a second like confused, as so there's this like, I'm telling you, he's play monsters. Yeah, play monsters. That way.
Play monsters.
As
I guess there's a reason why he goes to theater.
You give me performance with advantage, Amp.
Mance really needs to up his improv game.
Yeah, it's 16.
He kind of like very angrily like goes, but like he specifically takes you, like he goes like up to you and pretty much like goes and like grabs your arm and goes, let's go.
I'll follow you. Don't gotta grab my arm, and I'll take my hand away from him.
You notice that he's got like a dead cold like grip on you. If you want to take away his hand, you would need to give me a successful strength check.
Would I still be able to cast a spell while he's holding my hand? I just gotta like do that.
Yeah.
All right.
He's not
hold
holding. He's not like holding hands like that. He's just like gripping your arm.
Yeah. Okay. I'll let him grab my arm then.
You too, as he
Is
looks
candles?
over at Slithers. What are you asking?
Is candles bigger than Pains?
He's a lanky boy.
Oh, sorry. Hold on. I gotta resize him every time.
Okay. You could just make the map have double as many what's it called? Squares. Like you could make squares half the size.
I know this hallway.
At some point.
This,
give me a second here.
I know this hallway is smaller than. I mean, it's bigger than what it looks like. How wide does this hallway seem to be?
This what?
The hallway. How wide does the hallway seem to be?
Oh, I'd say it's not exactly, so it would, but I would say the closest it would be to be 2 squares, so 10 feet. But I would say like
feet.
give or take a little bit more, like 12, 13, but not like making a new square. You know what I mean?
All right. Yeah. All right. I'll keep that in mind.
All right, so you guys proceed on, or sorry, I say you guys, but more so Amp going, just kind of taking along the drag with that of Slithers close behind. As honestly, it doesn't seem like you're trying to put up too much of a fight. But as you proceed to come on out to,
Is he outside of the door? Like, is he like?
He's not exactly outside at the door. Are you talking?
Yeah.
Are you talking about which one?
Talking about candles, lights.
No, his lights isn't at that door yet.
Yeah. Okay. Well, is he just standing there? He's not walking any further.
No, he's walking up to it. I'm just trying to get something here. As you proceed to kind of like come on, not specifically outwards, but like enough to where you can see the outside. You almost swear you hear the sounds of a ding, ding, as when you proceed on, well, per se, when I say you proceed on out, like he lets go of you, like, to pretty much start kind of bolting out or dashing out to see what's going on, and you and Slithers can kind of see just getting up a little bit close to the door.
Is he still holding on to me?
No, I told you he let you go, but I was saying that you were going to see what was on the outside before you do anything.
All right.
As they basically are both on the outside, you will see as a creature of sorts that has been stomping around, making that of a nuisance.
What the heck?
Excuse me, what the fuck is that?
As you will see a big stone-like creature with a horn and a giant club, which at first you're like, how did that get in here? Considering it is definitely twice or maybe even potentially 3 times the size of any of you.
We're floating in the air too, right? Like the island, we're in the air.
Yeah, you guys are in the air. That's why I'm telling you. It makes it really weird, and considering the fact that nobody else has been alerted, but it doesn't look like they specifically care to alert anyone either. Like, I'm talking about like chains or lights. They look like they were just ready to fight this thing.
I don't know whether I should help him or run away.
This is literally like a choose your kind of fate like choice here. You could either help them or you could do what I think you wanted to do and lock the doors.
Bro, Amp, you lied so hard that it came to life.
Dude, I just manifested that shit like nothing, dude.
Like what? What actually is that?
I don't know. Can I see if it's an illusion? Like, is this thing an illusion or is it like actually there?
I'm going to unfortunately guarantee you this is a real thing.
That's a real thing?
That's a real thing.
Frick, dude.
Illusions don't smell.
Well,
no, I say it's a real thing because
illusion.
I say it's a real thing because you've heard the cling, the tang, and you can see like the stuff it's left behind. You can see the the slight sword chips. Like they've been at it for a second. That's what I'm telling you. If this is like real.
Yeah. Because these things are undead, but like you said that they were like somewhat alive.
I never said what they were specifically.
I know, you just said they're just doing their jobs. They're not the bad guys here. I can't let them die.
If you need me to have my horse help you, I can still command it from wherever it is. Not with me, but it exists somewhere.
All right, Slithers, you ready for a fight, or do you want to run?
Honestly, the plan is for the distraction, but I'm kind of in a mix myself here, as I don't think
How about
anyone deserves to die.
how about we help, but we do bare minimum?
Are
Like, what if we
you
just kind of?
are you saying
What if we?
like
Yeah.
we come in, we swoop in, almost like either get the last kill or at least just do the bare minimum for the moment?
Yeah, we like
and
we act
even
like
potentially get some maybe rewards out of
yeah,
this. Maybe become
exactly.
some bare minimum bandits.
We act like we're helping, but if it comes down to it, if we don't want them to die, because we want this fight to last as long as possible as a distraction, but if it comes down to it, we can really start pumping out stuff to kill them.
You
So
guys,
let's start bare minimum.
I wanna ask you, do you wanna look at this? Actually, yeah, okay. Give me either a really high perception check or a pretty decent Arcana check.
Oh. Well, since my Arcana is negative, I don't think I'll go perception. Well, I don't think that's that high.
He's not gonna do Arcana because he cannot do that. That's his perception.
Well, that does beat a moderate DC. Hey, Slithers gets a hard DC.
No, I said the perception was the harder one. Because Amp would not have been able is not able to see it. Fortunately, Slithers is barely able to see it, as Slithers goes, "Hey, do you? I know we were talking about doing the bare minimum, but do you potentially see that purple, like, almost bubble shield around it?"
Huh.
I know. Anti-magic?
As you will see, as I'm not even gonna hide it now at this point. As you will see, it'll like slam down a couple times. As like a couple of rocks start to come up, but as a couple of rocks start to come up, you will notice the rocks stay in place when they've been put up.
Hmm.
So they look like they're starting to fight, right?
They look like the fight's about to get serious, yeah.
I will shoot some fire at it. See what happens.
Are you targeting?
I am, and I'm not targeted.
Let me just see something real quick. Okay, I just wanted to make sure. As you proceed on to like produce some flames, shoot it straight at that of what looks to be almost like the neck of this giant like stone creature. You feel you feel as if you got a direct hit, even though looking at it, it doesn't look like it did much but leave a burn scar, but it did look like it went right past that of the purple like shield almost.
No.
But with that, that is a definite notice from both that of the chains and lights, as well as that of this big like stone creature, as it looks towards you, Amp, that has just done that. As I will need all of you specific to get on this initiative table. You don't have to worry about rolling initiative right now, because we're gonna come back to that next time. But do note, it might be time for a fight.
Yeah.
I will say, for the
I
people that
assume
are
we are not.
going down into that of the maze, we will come back to that as well next time. But I will say, as a somewhat glimpse into it, think about a couple of things that you would want to see in that of a maze, whether you think it would be cool or not. It's gonna be somewhat of a montage of sorts more than anything, as getting through the maze will not be difficult with the blueprint.
Yeah, DM me your worst fears. Your character's worst fears. It's gonna be a really cool maze, guys. You want to encounter any combats, you'll just have to fight your fears.
Hey, if I can get, bro, I should have taken distraction so I could have helped with that.
Hey, I'm just saying, you guys chose your teams.
I was thinking of doing distraction the entire time.
Well, actually, I
was
wouldn't
like,
want you
whoa.
here. Because if any of us need healing, we're not gonna get it. So,
Damn, he's got you.
That's
dude.
fair. That's fair.
yeah.
Do you guys want to say?
Well, I could have smoked the weed, and then I could take all the damage, and healing on me is doubled.
With that, in either way being said, that will be I think the end of today's episode. As next time we will come back to that of as I said before, a fight in a maze. Let's see which one is more amazing.
Probably the fight.
I didn't take spells for combat today. I took
Oh,
spells.
yeah, we weren't planning on a fight.
I took spells to stop people and slow them down.